Everybody.
Hello.
And welcome to you all. I just want to make sure we're having a little issue with the sound as you've seen in the early part. Yes, there was no music playing, and that is a pity because it was thanks to our good friend MUH Free Music, who provides all the music for our live streams. And as you heard in the last part, it is awesome music. So we had to reinstall, and I think I got an old setting of OBS running, so I'll fix that after the stream. But thank you guys so much for coming. I'm hoping you can hear us. Everything looks like it's going through the monitor, but if you can't, please let us know. Let's bring up our... There we go. That should be better. Always something to frig with, right? There's always something to frig around with.
Well, if you have joined us multiple times, you know that this is our tradition.
That's right.
You know, we never go without anything going wrong. So I used to call it excuses, but Andrew said that it's not excuses.
It's not excuses. We're being transparent. Excuses is saying it's not happening or only because of the weather and stuff like that. Oh, women.
Women are women, right? That's right. Well, welcome. This is our Monday night, and this is our Monday show, interview time. Hope you enjoy. It's going to be a lot of exciting things today.
The webcam is being used by okay.
And yes, if I might continue, we're going to have an amazing guest today, the winner of our Road to 5K challenge, which we spun the wheel on the 30th of December. There. Yes, that's right. That's right. So Paulie, lots of us know him as Polynesian vlogger or Paulie Vlogs. And yes, he's going to be our guest tonight. We hope that you get some of his kind heart with you once you step away from the live stream at the end of it, and of course get to know a little bit more about him, maybe some things that you didn't know.
Probably one of the most kindest people we've met on YouTube. Like, we have such a soft spot for him.
I was so looking forward to this interview because he definitely has a special spot in our hearts. And for those of you that don't know him, we really want to share with you his amazing, kind heart. I think he's the kindest person on YouTube, if not in the whole wide world in general. Yep. So much love, so much care in there.
Well, people that know him will always say that about Paulie. That's the first thing that comes up. He is such an amazing guy, or he's such a kind guy, or anything in here, there, or in between. There's always amazing things to say about him. So.
Aloha, good dog press. Yes, so we do have some people joining us from Hawaii as well. And yes, if you didn't know, Paulie is from Hawaii.
That's right.
So we're going to welcome everybody from the islands as well. Hello, everybody. Aloha. Well, and in the meantime, we're going to do our usual housekeeping here.
Vexicor first, I just want to address you. Hello, sorry I'm not in the stream. Yesterday I was sick and I'm feeling a little bit better now. You never apologize for that. Health comes first. Anytime you can join us, you're always welcome with open arms. So thank you so much for coming. I just hope you're feeling a bit better, and it continues to get better. So
that's right. And Andrew went on live today, earlier today, without me. Without me. So I don't know, guys. What did he do? I hope he behaved. And maybe you can tell a little bit why did you go live, and what did you show to everybody? Well, I'm going to tell
yeah,
instead.
Sorry, I had to move something here. There we go. Here, I'm going to bring it up while you were talking. That's why.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
There we go, guys. Oh, I forgot to turn on music. Okay, you talk.
Well, I wasn't there. All I know that it was really cold yesterday, and surprisingly, it was also a lot of snow yesterday. It was minus 34, which is around minus 26 Fahrenheit, I think. So yeah, it was quite cold, but it also was a lot of snow, and that's what you see.
Sean, live without the wife.
Yeah, I know. Almost like cheating.
Oh my God. Jeez.
Well, I didn't know that they were going to go live. Well,
Yeah.
I was at the dentist, so yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, if you missed that, you can go over and check that out. A lot of snow. This was the coldest snowstorm in 100 years in Montreal.
Yes.
That's right. Usually where is a lot of snow, it's not too cold, and vice versa. Well, this time we got both at the same time.
That was crazy.
Very, very cold, and it's going to get even colder tonight.
This is
So
true.
if you are in Canada, please stay warm and be safe.
Well, depending which part of Canada.
Yes,
We're
that's right.
we always want to stress that it is a very, very huge country. And once in a while we get asked, like, what's the weather like in Canada? And it varies so much. It's crazy just how much it can be so warm in parts of the country and so bloody cold in others. And we definitely got the bloody cold part, that's for sure. So great to have all you guys in here tonight, and so looking forward to talking to Paulie, our winner of the 5K challenge shoutout video. And I mean, we couldn't be luckier. But we do want to thank everybody who did shoutouts and stuff like that. It was absolutely phenomenal. It was heartwarming, really was. Some of the videos were so well done, and the things that were said, just blew me away. We're in Canada. It's warm today. Way out in Vancouver on the lower side, usually by Victoria, down by Washington and
Yeah,
stuff.
they are getting their
Yeah.
spring mid-February, so just in a couple of weeks.
Weekend Warrior Outdoors, Two Family Homestead. Yeah, I'm going to have to call everybody out in just a minute. I'll do that in about 2-3 minutes, guys. I want to say a big hello to each and every one. Our guest of honor is in here tonight. That's right. Paulie Vlogs is here.
Vlogs is here.
Xenia pinned me to the wheel, not my idea. Yeah, he didn't even enter the contest. He didn't. We put him in because he did it. So.
Well, yeah, we entered all of the videos that were shouted out at that time, so definitely. Paulie has a tradition of not telling us when he does a shout out to us at
Yes,
all.
and
Like
he-
today, I discovered another shout out video that he had placed on his Paulie Vlogs
Tell
channel.
us.
Unbelievable. So humble.
Yeah, we feel bad a couple days later when we see that amazing, like when you did something amazing like that, we missed it. So thank you so much, and please let us know. Trapper J Outdoors, what's up? I was sent here by BN Outdoors. Well, thank you so much. It's great to have you in here. Always a pleasure. Welcome to everybody. Oh, I was just thinking of you today, Cardoso Media. How are you?
Hello. In fact, we were talking about you. That's
It was
right.
plus 30 in Riviera Maya this week. Oh, that's right. You guys were on vacation. I forgot about that.
Wow.
Oh, you picked a good time to go. I know out your way
Yes.
too. It's bloody cold. I hope you had a really, really great time. It's awfully nice to see you.
Yes, it is. Yeah, we were talking about you. Wondered if you were all right, and we
Yeah.
forgot that you were on vacation.
So it's really good to see you back.
So hopefully you didn't get too many hiccups today.
And hope you had a really, really great vacation. I hope it was a lot of fun. You guys enjoyed yourselves.
PT3D shouted us out on their video today. Well, thank you so much. Yes, guys, let us know, please, if you do, because oftentimes we might not see it. So let us please know. And if you are on Twitter, tag us in.
Definitely.
So we can retweet it.
We'd love to see it. That's for sure. So.
JP Slayer Racing, hello. Jay Hernandez, hello. Yes, busy is good. Life always comes first, as we always say, and health even before that. So if you couldn't make in some of our videos and live streams, that's okay. We're just glad to see you when you can. Yes, glad to be back. Well, thank you. Yes, glad to see you again. Tokyo Drew, welcome.
Hey.
Welcome.
Great to see you.
I can whisper secretly that Tokyo Drew is going to be a guest in one of our futures live streams.
They might not even be able to hear that because it's so quiet.
Because it's a secret.
M's dad's in the house, and yes.
Yes, give some love to Tokyo Drew. He is in Tokyo. That's right. Good morning.
Oh, two-stroke me, please. No posting links in the chat. Please, no asking for support. Just hang and mingle around with everybody. Be good to them. Check them out. I'm sure they'll check you out as well. So thank you very much.
That's right.
Remember, guys, to hit the like button. Please remember to tweet it out.
Awesome. Well, I see that Origin Images is here as well.
Oh.
Since it's timed out two-stroke, don't hide them right away. Just educate.
Yep.
That's what we like to do here. And of course, like and share. And if you're new to our stream, please hit subscribe button and ring that bell. We do support you in doing that. Yes, that's right. We do appreciate that, guys.
And remember, to anybody new here as well. Oh my God, I hit the wrong button. Why did it go to that? There we go. That's better. Remember, guys, we have a lot going on here 6 nights a week. You can find our full schedule on our About section listed. Most nights we're on at 7 p.m. Eastern, except for Thursday. We're on at 1 p.m. Eastern for our Eastern European edition of the Shoutouts. But looking forward to meeting you guys more. So like I say, if you're new, please hit that subscribe and let us know so we can check you out as well. And thank you for coming.
That's right. And soon Andrew's going to do a roll call. That means a special shout out to each and every one of you who joined us at the beginning of the stream. We do appreciate you making your time and coming here. And right after that, hashtag Blue Ranch Group, our all favorite tradition here. If you want to take a selfie of you, or even better selfie if you're watching us, post it on Twitter and add hashtag Blue Ranch Group, and we're going to show it off and shout you out on our stream.
That's right, guys, and I guess it's just about that time to say hi to all of you. I'll post it once more for the Blue Wrench group, and then it's time to do a roll call to celebrate all the amazing channels in here. Guys, we've gone over 80 and we're climbing, so please keep hitting that like button. Please keep tweeting it out. And like being outdoors, if you have some friends you think would enjoy what we're doing, please send them over. It's great to have each and every one of you. Drone Tread on Me, and once again, I think has one of the best channel names. There's a couple of those. I just love that channel name. So great to see you, my friend. Great to see you. Gave you your wrench. Good to have you by. Alrighty, guys. So there's the link. Once again, if you can take a picture of you watching us, that is awesome. If you can't, take a selfie of you. If you have merch, then it's a great time to put it on. There you can promote. Make yourself, show everybody what you got going on. Use the link for Twitter to upload, and please use the included hashtag Blue Wrench Group so everybody can see what you got going on. So, well, I'm glad to hear that Drone Tread on Me. It's very creative. I like it. Alrighty, guys, let's say hi to everybody in here. Let's say hi to everybody in here and see who we've got. Wow, once again, a lot to name off. We do an echo because you know what? You guys are the stars of the show and you deserve an arena-sized welcome.
That's right.
I want to say a big hello to Wood Pigeon Outdoors, Vinceland, UK Scrapper, Two Family Homestead, TriStar Travelers, Trapper J Outdoors, The Trips, Terrell's Artwork Channel, TCTV, SoCal Okie, Shauna Marie Penny, Sawyer in the Middle, Rebel Rocker, PT3D. Our guest of honor tonight, guys, Paulie Vlogs is in the chat as well. Patricia Sprinkles, Orton Images, Life's Journey, Let's Eat with Nadira, Leonard Plays, Kimmy Matt Reacts, Kiwi Matt Reacts. My God, that Hooked on Phonics is going to come in helpful when I get it.
Счастливый понедельник to Dickie's Beer Reviews as well.
There you go. That's what I was thinking. Kids TV Plus, Cardoso Media, Just My Fish, JP Slayer Racing, John Klopp, J Vlogs, Islands of Fun, H-Top Skills, Hook'em and Whispering Wait, Green Street Recycling Man, Good Dog Press, Good Cemeteries Gone Bad, Gone Diggin', Emergency Vehicles, Trains, Aircraft, etc., Elaine Villeneuve, The Fam, Dickie's Beer Reviews, Destination Chronicles, Crimson Genot TV, City Girl Country Heart, Chalky Orange. I'm getting good at that one after 20 times. Sherry Awesome Sunset Travel. I should have shot my mouth while I was ahead. CJ Vid, Brittany Dunn, Alexandria Carrere, Alex the Blue Man Group Reviewer and Gamer, Two Stroke Me. Guys, I had to reset, so there is some names missing, so please say hi if I missed you. It's great to have each and every one of you guys here.
Yes, Chalky Orange is here as well. Sean Shenek is here. Wiseman Creek Studios is here as well.
A-OK Foraging and Adventures, I see.
Yes, Morg's FIFA. If you want to have tips, join us tomorrow, Tuesday Tech Talk at 7 p.m. Eastern. Lots of that there.
Eats with Meg is here. Real Onion Chill.
Native Grammy, Vexicor, Crimson Gen.tv.
G Mama's World's in the house.
Yes, Real onion chili. I love chili. Hello, just my fish. Panic D. Panic D videos.
Panic D. And I didn't notice, but he's here is Terrell. You got to check out Terrell. Terrell is the original wrench, guys. Before anybody had a wrench, there was only 2 people in the chat. Terrell was our wrench, so definitely show some love to him. Tootsie, Rolling Stone, Tweety, what travels? Excuse me, what's going on?
Omar Master. Sounded like he was doing something. You didn't have to pay money for that though, but
No.
and please don't look at me. It's really sorry. Okay, well, thank you so much for letting us know, but really didn't have to spend money for that. Although we do appreciate the support.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Who came with whispering? Whispering Walt. Oh, Walt. Yes, we are known to mispronounce the names all the time.
Canadian Drone Hub is in here. How are you, Roger, my friend? Great to see you. Great to see you.
Flatbed Trucker. Awesome, guys. So good to see you here, and wanted to say a special hi to those of you that are listening to us on their headphones. Say hi in the chat if you can, and if you can't, that's okay as well. Hope you enjoy your Monday morning, evening, or Tuesday morning.
I want to say a big hi to Awesome Epic Adventures as well. Great to see you. Great to see you. Drone Nut is in the house. Gotta love these drone guys. They are all awesome people. Martin 1107, how are you? Great to see you. J.E. Moroccoa, how are you? The Creator Spotlight show's in the house. Two Family Homestead, just Pamela, Hookem and Whispering Wait, and oh yeah, I called you. Oh, that doesn't matter. I called you Nero as well. I forgot. I don't know if we called out Nero a while ago.
Well, we can call Nero the hero.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Nero the hero. Change your name. You got to be Nero the hero.
Yes.
TriStar Travelers, Larry Johnson, Two Creeks Outdoors. Wow, name change.
Oh, interesting. And Panic D is moving us to the TV.
Oh,
awesome.
That's awesome. Guys, you don't want to move to Muscle Tight. We have almost 90 people in here. We're going to have a really great chat with an amazing YouTuber, Paulie Vlogs, who's been a friend of ours pretty much right since the beginning. A lot of you guys know him already, and we're going to talk about a lot of things that he's never talked about here on YouTube, so it's going to be really cool. Get to know him a lot better. He is the winner of the 5K Shoutout Challenge we had before Christmas. We asked people to do shoutout videos to help us get to 5K. The playlist, I think, is still in.
I have included the playlist and Paulie's video in the description, so you can go over and check it out. It's also in the I link above us as well.
So there you go, guys. You can check them all out. And there was a lot of great entries, and it was amazing. And we might be doing something like that again very, very soon. And the winner for this one, we decided, was to get an interview, full featured interview, which was really cool. I've loved all of them. It was kind of cool when Paulie won, because we've known Paulie since the beginning. We spun the wheel. It was all fair. Everybody's seen it.
And you can see it on the 30th of December on our live stream. We spun the wheel for the winner.
Yeah, it was it was a lot of fun. I can just picture Paulie. He didn't, because he didn't know he was on it, even though he was everybody was being at it.
He claims I pinned him to the wheel.
Paulie for president. Why not?
Yes.
Why not? I say.
That's right.
Yes.
Well, guys, we're going to look at your hashtag Blue Ranch Group selfies. And not long after that, we're going to invite our guest to join us in the live stream.
That's right, guys. So please hit the like button. Please tweet it out. And I'm going to put up the link in a second again, guys. If you haven't put up your selfie, it's not too late. Love seeing you guys' photos. Love seeing you guys. No Gorilla Tech. Nope. No president. We can't be. We're not even from the States, but even if we were.
There's no president here. We have prime minister.
Yeah.
Yeah, so can't run. Although we could run for Latvia, maybe.
That's true. You could. I couldn't.
I don't know. I don't know what the laws are now there. Who knows? Who knows? There was a Canadian once that was a president in Latvia, so who knows?
The first one after the wall fell.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I got to refresh.
That's a job I would not want to have.
Yes.
Prime Minister Trump would have kind of a mix of the both, like a hybrid. Yeah. No. We're good. We'll pass. We'll pass. I don't want to be the leader of anything. I just want to be me. That's right.
Muscle Car Appraisal. Hello. Good to see you here too. Awesome. Dickie's Beer Reviews. Cheers. Happy Monday. What are you drinking today? Florida Pirate. Hello. Did you just change your name again?
I'm wondering. Yeah, me too.
I think so. I
Yeah.
think you changed your name again.
Yeah.
Okay, Shoutout is here.
Long live the prime rib. I mean, minister.
How about UK Prime Minister? Oh, she has a tough job in her hands.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be her right now. No, 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 no. No.
Down the rabbit hole travel.
Oh.
One of our, same as Paulie, one of our amazing guests. She actually was the first one in our season
Yes.
1, the very first guest here. And same as Paulie, we have hung around with these amazing people, same as Panic D. Yeah, we had 4
Panic
people in
D,
the chat.
Panic D, Down the Rabbit Hole, Shane Otto, and I'm forgetting one here. Panic D, Down the Rabbit Hole, Panic D, Paulie Vlogs, Terrell, yep.
Best friend in your thread.
Best friend in your thread. Is best friend in your thread here?
No.
I was just saying people that are here right now.
Okay.
Oh, I was just gonna say, check these guys out, guys. We don't pick favorite, but I will give an extra little shout out to the ones that were with us right in the beginning when there was almost nobody in the chat, and they were there. Literally, those people we just named off sometimes were the chat. Like that's as far as it went back last year at the end of March. So we owe them a lot, and if you haven't checked them out, please do. So it's Down the Rabbit Hole Travel, Terrell Emerson, Paulie Vlogs, and now I'm getting the other one. Which one? Shane Otto. I'm so sorry, Victor. I do apologize. Check out Victor.
Yes, and Shane Otto was also one of our guests together with this lovely lady.
Yes, they're awesome.
That's right, guys. They have known us in all our ups and downs and growing, and even before we were 1,000. Yeah.
We wouldn't have any of it without them.
That's true.
That we owe them a lot. So please, if you haven't checked them out, this is not a support stream or anything tonight, especially. But I just want to say that to them. I want to give them a little extra boost because they more than well deserve it. So there we go. So time to take a look at some selfies.
Yes, that is.
Alrighty then. I see
Coffee's wearing off. Yes, Victor. Yeah. Yes, not enough coffee has been today. That's for sure.
I'm going to bring down the volume and actually call my son so I don't deafen you guys. Just 1 second. There, I'm just making sure, yeah, because I desperately need coffee right now.
Kasumi, hello.
Hey, Kasumi, how are you? Great to see you.
Hoping to have that beer with you too soon. Yes.
Absolutely
we oftentimes talk about how we said that we should be meeting in UK because it's so much cheaper to meet up from 2 sides of Canada. It's cheaper and easier than it is to fly to one another. I really hope that we can make it happen this year.
I'd love to. That would be absolutely awesome.
Yes, and Dickie's Beer Reviews is reminding you guys about the hashtag Blue Ranch Group. And I think I'm going to be losing voice during the stream again. I don't know what's going on this year.
Sounds like that, yeah. Actually.
So I do apologize in advance. TriStar Travelers, hello.
Still on my first coffee.
No. I don't even count. I don't even count anymore.
No. She's saying she's still on her first coffee. TriStar Travelers.
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know which one I have.
Oh, okay.
So many during. Drive Shaft Drew, hello. H-Top Skills, Team Traverse, hello. Just seen you subscribe to us. And yes, guys, please check if you still subscribe to us and also to the people that you think that you're subscribed to, because it has been known to take away the subscribers even if you are checking on people all the time. And yes, UK, we have a lot of people that we know in UK. Would love to visit it again. So who knows, maybe in the summer or in the spring that might happen. It's not so unreal. So
I was over there. I loved it, and I definitely want to get back and do a lot more there.
Yes.
Daffy Dubs, how are you? Good to see you. Great to see you.
The Ranch too.
Oh yeah, he's covered.
Are you here? Awesome.
Yep. Great to see you in here. Great to see all the drone community here, and that. What an awesome group of people. Please, guys, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. It really does help a lot. So. I think it's just about that time to get a look at those selfies. We've been talking about them.
Yes. Let's
make it happen. Let's see where we're at here. I'm just going to bring it back up. First of all, I want to thank our good friend here, Prototype, PT3D, as you'll see him in the chat. Mm-hmm. This is really cool. Thank you so much for tweeting it out. Let's get you up here. There we go.
Yeah, well, Prototype, this 3D got inspired yesterday and is actually starting a new series on his channel where he is 3D printing the logo of the channel in order to shout it out. So that is very interesting. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that is really cool and I love it. Clyde Ford, Puša Studios. This is Clyde from PT3D, waiting for stream to start. That is so cool. I love it. You're really awesome, my friend. Thank you so very much. Thank you very, very much. We got Wood Pigeon Outdoors. Oh, what is that? Cooking healthy because of Happy Trails hike. Hope Gilly likes it.
Nice. You guys jumped on a happy trail.
Love it.
That's good. Are you walking the miles too this year? They are amazing. They're amazing. And that looks delicious.
Very, very good.
Yeah, I love beans. Awesome.
Very nice. Thank you so much for sharing. There's our boy. Our Solveig Dickie's beer reviews.
Yay.
How's it going, my friend? Oh, that's awesome. Always looking good, my friend. Always looking good. A great grandfather, but a great person to be a grandfather, but too young to be a grandfather.
Yeah, and an Air Force. Yeah, ex-Air Force. That's amazing. Didn't know that.
Isn't this a nice surprise?
Wow.
Couldn't be more honored. TriStar Travelers. Always lots of love for Pusa. Well, lots of love right back at you. So nice to see you. You made my night. Thank you so very much for being here.
Always smiling.
Yeah, it's really, really great to see you.
So lovely to see you back again.
M's dad, UK Scrapper. How you doing, guys? Great to see you. Great to see you. Dickie, what's going on? There we go. Thank you so much once again for putting it out there. Joel Diaz, who has awesome live stream on YouTube 6 days a week. Currently in their stream. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. That's amazing. Thank you so
much.
I
love it. It's funny. It's good. Thank you so very much. We really do appreciate these guys. Weekend Warrior Outdoors. These are crazy pictures. Man, you guys get some amazing shots.
So, such an amazing lifestyle nature photography. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. National Geographic level.
Jackson's been doing really good. Good cell life. Great to see you. Great to see you. Another one way back when in here. What an honor to have you guys in here. Love seeing all you guys together.
Morgs FIFA, hello.
Wow, follow me on YouTube, please.
Yeah, I think this is your first one. That's awesome. That's right.
Really do appreciate it. So great. Central Aerial Images. Thanks for showing the love last Friday night. It was greatly appreciated. You always have right back at you. Right back at you, my friend.
Yeah, it was fun. Thank you for having us.
PGH Bottom Feeders. How are you? Great to see you. Here's a nice photo.
Aww. Well, I hope you guys can chill out today with us on TV.
Yes.
Panic D Paranormal History channel now.
That is really nice.
Purple Gang, hello.
Such an amazing couple.
Yes, they
You definitely got to check them out, guys. Panic D Paranormal.
Hopefully we'll see them in real life soon as well.
Yes, that would be awesome. Most definitely.
That's what we got to do this year is definitely see some of these amazing people. I'm not going to even call them YouTubers. People more than YouTubers.
So I guess just about that time to bring out our guests, hon. What do you think?
Yes, I think so too, guys. So we're going to bring in Paulie Vlogs.
One thing we do got to cover, guys. Don't forget. Let me get this up here. We keep forgetting. That's why I say that. Guys, don't forget about our merch. We keep forgetting to push this stuff and show it off to everybody. Is the limited edition still up?
Yeah, it's still up, but it's going to be down after tonight. So till 12 o'clock tonight, this is going to be available.
Can I get it
with
from
kindest merch. No, you can't because it's different.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's okay. So this is our Blue Wrench Group merch that you can see here, customized. Seamless pattern with blue wrenches on them. If you're looking for something plain in blue or with blue wrenches, that's available in our merch store, as well as the last hours of Kill with Kindness special limited edition merch available as well. Yes, I will.
Okay, ATGH Travels in the House, another one from the beginning. My God Almighty, I love seeing all you guys together. LC Ralph Barton's in here. Awesome channel. Jason NG, great to have you in here. Thank you so much for coming. Guys, our guests will be joining us in just a minute. So we're just going through our merch, and Xenia just put in the link. There we go. Now I have it. I forgot to add that one in. This is our limited edition that's ending tonight, guys. It is ending tonight.
That's right.
So,
till midnight tonight.
That's right. Our Kill with Kindness. There's posters, bags, leggings, hoodies, you name it. It is in there. So, and the shirts, multicolor. All different kinds of options for anybody.
If you're looking for the links, are available in our description as well.
There we go.
So you can catch them there. And thank you already for those that purchased this merchandise as well. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it.
Dickie wants the leggings, he said.
Yeah, in fact, it's one of our best-selling items.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, I gotta admit, when we first did it, I told Xenia she was crazy to put leggings in, but you know what? I stand corrected. So, guys, it is that time. I'm going to pass over to Xenia for a minute while I get our guests set up. And that's right, guys. Tonight, our friend, your friend, everybody's friend, Paulie Vlogs is going to be joining us. So, really, really looking forward to it. We're going to have an awesome time.
That's right. Farmer Fanatic is in as well. Yeah, red shirt. Yeah, somebody purchased red hoodie the other day. Was Kill with Kindness, so that's pretty awesome. And down the rabbit hole, yes, it is Teespring. That's right. Trying to get into that, and in fact, one sip at a time was consulting me on that because they are pros at craft beer pourers. They know what they're doing with Teespring, so I can guide you towards them, or we can try to figure out together. Well, and while Andrew is getting our guest here, I just wanted to remind you guys to like and share, of course. And if you're new to our channel, please hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you know when we are on 6 times a week from Sunday to Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, with exception for Thursdays when we're on at 1 p.m. Eastern. We have Shoutout nights. We have Tuesday Tech Talk tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, and of course 3 times a week we have amazing interviews with amazing creators, celebrities all across the board. And today we are inviting Paulie Vlogs, who is an amazing human being. He also won our Road to 5K challenge for a shout out video, and tonight we're going to talk a little bit more with him and try to get to know his other side.
It's going to be really awesome. No,
Yes.
it's going to be a great time. So, and he is just such a funny person, and get to know him a little bit more. That's always been the point of this. You know, we see the videos, we talk, we chat, and all that stuff. But I don't. I'm just waiting to make sure we can see him. We can't see him yet, so he's probably just setting his camera. So
yes, that's right. He's ringing the doorbell, so we're gonna be able to see him just in a little bit of time. Dodo, hello. How are you doing? Good to see you. How have you been doing? Oh, good to see you, everybody. Terrell, yes, just posted some of your links as well there. Morgs FIFA, like I was saying, tomorrow join us at Tuesday Tech Talk, 3 hours of us talking everything about YouTube and how to grow, how to be better together. Join us tomorrow with that. CSX Train Master is here as well. Congrats once again. Yesterday got him over the milestone. You've been on the grind, Dodo. Yes, hustle and grind. That's right. That's right. Alex, the Blue Man reviewer and gamer. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. And Good Cemetery's Gone Bad. Welcome back as well here. Vlog and Rove, living the dream. I love that. I love that. I wanted to remind you guys that we also have a Discord and Reddit links. So go check it out on description.
there we go. I'm just getting everything set up. Xenia's supposed to be my wingman and keep talking
I thought that you were showing that to me. So.
I find it hard to believe you could run out of stuff to talk about.
No, but I see. I can't guess his hand gestures. They are very confusing. So we have
I'm trying to wave you in.
We have to find one that I understand.
All right, guys. Well, we're about to bring our guest out, so please hit that like button. Please tweet it out, guys. This is going to be a great chat. Lots of things to learn about somebody we've known for a good while. And if you don't know Paulie Vlogs, you're really not going to want to miss this, because this is one of the most amazing people on YouTube. Want to welcome tonight. How you doing, my friend? Great to see you tonight. How are you, Paulie?
I'm good. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. How are you tonight?
Oh, what happened here? You hear me okay?
We hear you perfectly.
Hear you,
Yep.
yes. I think he can't hear us.
Yeah, I'm going to put us back.
Oh, I might have lost you guys a little bit.
Can you hear us now?
Well, that's okay.
Yep.
We are.
There we go. I got. Okay, I got you now.
You got us now? Oh, okay, perfect. If there's anybody that's running other computers on the internet, that might be causing it because you're breaking up a little bit.
I think it's better if you watch us through the camera and not the YouTube video.
Yeah, don't watch. Pause the YouTube video. Will help you a lot.
It's gonna be delayed otherwise.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go.
Alrighty, there we go.
All right, great to have you. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Well, we're doing amazing. It's nice to have you on.
Thank you for pinning me to the wheel.
Well, hey, just because that was the rules. Anybody who does it gets to be on, so that's what we're there for, to make sure everybody gets a fair chance. And it's funny how things work out in the end, isn't it? That was really cool what you did for us. We really appreciated it. First, I want to say first and foremost. So.
No, it was no problem at all. I enjoy doing that. I enjoy doing that kind of stuff.
Well, you did a really good job, and it was it meant a lot, especially like for somebody that's known us since the beginning and that, like to kind of come in and do that. It was really cool. So it was a mix of people. Some people just met us like 2-3 days before that,
yeah,
and did videos, which is also amazing. It was nice when people come together like that. It meant a lot. So that's why we wanted to do it this way and kind of have a little thank you for doing that. Since you won on the wheel, we have you up. So
I think karma,
I was pegged.
I think karma played it back on you because really you have been shouting us out so many times that it decided to put you on the spot because you deserve it. Also, so much for all the shout outs that you have done throughout the time. Guys, if you look at either of the channels of Paulie's, there are numerous shout-out videos for us and birthday songs. Oh my God! And I think the hashtag Blue Range Group selfies on Instagram and on Twitter. We can make a whole separate photo book just with Paulie, which is amazing. It was amazing.
It really was. So I
told everybody about it. I said, tell them I'm not doing this to be on the show. Apparently, the wheel said otherwise.
That's why we did it.
We didn't hear that part. So.
That's right.
Fair and square.
That's right. No, and it was. You really did a lot of stuff for us. I mean, you keep doing it, and we do appreciate it. But I guess this is the time to kind of let everybody know about what you do. Oh, thank you, Trapper J Outdoors. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I guess a little bit about just talking about what you do. Like, just give everybody a little rundown on what your channel's about.
My channel is basically about me vlogging my life, and just showing you guys where I live. Basically, Hawaii, Big Island, Hawaii. And no, go ahead.
No, please go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that on my other channel, I usually do support shout-outs and push other channels up and forward, and trying to get them exposed and noticed to try and help them out, because I've been in that position before, where nobody watches your videos and nobody comes to your channel. So I always try to help people to get, past me, so to speak.
Well, that's the thing about it is you've always been that way, and that's true. I mean, I've seen you help some pretty big channels out. And, like instead of just, where mostly, and rightfully so, would be saying, well, when I get there, I'll then help somebody. You've kind of been doing it right from the get-go. And it didn't matter what the size of the channel. You always seem to, if you believe in something, you've kind of ran with it, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Still the same. If I believe in something, I'll just go with it. I'll go for it.
Well, that speaks a lot for character, I would say, right off the get-go. And not just about us, before anybody thinks that. I'm talking in general, because it's not just us. I've seen you help a ton of channels, and you've been very good to them.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I mean, I don't know what it is about it. I just do it I guess, out of fun and to really try and help people, because I've been there in that position before. So I know how it feels.
Well, I mean, I like the spirit of that. I believe that is the truest spirit of YouTube. And when it was first invented, for lack of a better term, or first originated, that's kind of what it was kind of everybody kind of like appreciating people as creators. So I think you're keeping that spirit alive. So cheers to you for that.
Oh no, cheers to you guys. You guys are doing the same.
Oh well, we're all in it
With
together.
more better equipment.
Well, it's slowly but surely we're slowly.
You guys are the hired version of me.
God, you see, tonight for the first 10 minutes there was no music on the intro.
I was literally scampering around at my earphones because I thought my phones went dead again.
Oh no.
I was like, oh no, my phones are gone. How am I going to talk to everybody?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Everybody in the chat said, there's no music. I was like, okay, good. It's not just me.
Well, that's why we're not lying. Literally, when we put that part on, we're running around. Sometimes my daughter's here. We're having supper together, like, and doing it, or brushing our teeth, and all these things that we got to do. So I don't get to look at the chat as much as I'm telling the truth when I say that. So I can miss a lot in that part. So
that's life, though. Got to take care of yourself first.
Well, that's it, and especially with kids, through the week we don't get as much time sometimes as we'd like to have with them. So try to squeeze out every minute possible. So usually when they come home, like from the time they get off the bus till it's time, it's pretty much them, and everything. So
that is true.
Then they're sick of us by the time we go on, probably.
Of course.
Yeah. And they just want a break. It's been too much. We could be over too much of an overload.
Oh my God.
So I guess we'll start kind of just going over a bit about life story. What do you think, hon?
Yes, I think so. And guys, I just wanted to remind people in the chat that you are more than welcome to ask questions. I'm going to catch them and we're going to ask them during the live stream. Just don't forget to add a hashtag Push Studios or @Push Studios so I can see it and copy it. And I will definitely ask it to Paulie.
Oh, and thank you, Witch on Wheels. Yeah, we're a little warmer tonight. Yeah, a lot of people seen my video from today, live stream in Montreal, and yeah.
I need some snow. It's hot over here.
Oh, we can hook you up, my friend.
Can we share? Yeah.
We're actually sweating.
I think that's part of the new NAFTA agreement. We get to send snow to Hawaii.
Oh my God.
So did you grow up in Hawaii?
Yeah, I born and raised here on the Big Island, Hawaii.
Okay.
On Hilo, in Hilo side, yeah.
Our sound is very low. Okay, let me see here if we can get this up a little bit more. There is something going on tonight, and I'm not quite sure.
I think Paulie's sound is really high, and that's why ours sounds.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's on our end.
I just put mine down.
It's on our end. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, we're gonna try and get that fixed here. Actually, I'm gonna bring up our games. We'll do that. We'll make it easier. There we go. There, that should be better. We're redlining on everything, so we should be all right at this point. So let's just go back and start off with right from the beginning, where you grew up. Like, just give us we want to get to know you better. You're a writer. We're going to get into that in a minute. But pretend right now you're writing a book about yourself, and it's starting right from the beginning. And just paint a picture for everybody a little bit of what it was like for you growing up and where you grew up and stuff like that, just so people can get to know you a bit better.
Okay. I really don't brag too much about myself.
That's why
I brag about other people, but I'm not used to bragging about myself.
That's why I'm putting you on the spot.
We'll have to change that today. You don't deserve it so much.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was born and raised on Big Island of Hawaii, which is the island I'm on.
Right.
And for me, childhood was, rough, hard. And, I went through some stuff in life that has kind of put a wedge between me and my dad. I think I've said that before in other live streams, that there's a wedge there between us because of what occurred in the past.
Right.
But the love is still there, no
Right.
matter what he's to my dad. And the love is still there. The trust will never be reinstated the same, but the forgiveness is always there. And, if they ever needed help, I would still jump to go and help them and, do what they needed me to do for them.
Wow.
But aside from that, I think it took a turn for the great because, through that I gained a lot of imagination, a lot of writing. I spent a lot of time alone by myself, and that's how I started getting into writing at the age of 6. I started writing. So I like to think that effect had a good positive vibe on what I do today, which is writing and also massage therapy, which is also healing.
Well, yeah, they all kind of tie into. There's a lot of self-awareness in you. That's one thing I know for certain, like getting to know you more over time and that. And I think it's a lot of great things, unfortunately, come out of, I don't want to sound dramatic, but out of tragedy of some sort. Tragedy can have all different levels. And I think that's built a lot into your character today. What was it like early on, that kind of first interest? Like you say at 6, you started writing. And I know, like, you know, it was your first interest. Was there something that kind of caught your eye to draw you into it that you can remember? Or was it just kind of come up and it clicked?
It was actually me just writing about what was happening in the household that I was living in, like a journal, and then just kind of put on kind of like a fantasy twist to it, you know. It wasn't in a good way at the time, but
right,
that's kind of what kicked it off for me, to put a little fantasy on the real life accusations of what was going on at home. And so that's kind of interested me.
And even at that age, that was kind of like therapeutic, I would say, like the beginning of therapeutic, of the way of trying to process it as a 6-year-old, what you're going through, make sense of it. But did it also kind of give you a chance to feel like you had a little bit of power over it by writing it? Like, you know, that you had a little bit of, maybe get some power into your life?
Yeah, I did. Because it's like when you're a writer, you're kind of like the god of that, you know, world. You control what happens and all that. So, yeah, there was a bit like I had control over what was going on.
Well, that's something. I mean, especially at that age, it's so hard when things are going wrong. It's so easy to feel like you're powerless into it. So I'm sure any chance to feel like you can rein that back a little bit and have some say, you're going to jump at with both hands.
Definitely.
And so you were starting already then fantasy right from the get-go a bit. Like you say, you were incorporating some into the reality and augmenting it. So that the fantasy was part of the escape process, would you say?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. Because, you know, with the fantasy, you can add things to it. You know, you can add the real life, you can add the non-real life, and still make it something that you would like to see what happens, you know?
Right. And
so
what,
for me, it was always the fantasy.
And what kind of fantasy, like, not like about your story, you don't have to tell about your private journals or anything, but would you say you're inspired by certain kinds of fantasy? Was it like kids shows at the time, or comic books, or something that was kind of inspiring you a bit?
I think it was comic books and cartoons, and then there was stories from like J.R. Tolkien. I was reading him at a very young age, so he had some influence there on that whole thing that kind of led to it. And then after I got married, I told the wife, you know, I want to write stories again because I haven't done it for so many years. And that's how I came up with the story that someone knows about now.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
But yeah, I wasn't able to write because my father didn't want me fantasizing or, you know, getting my head too far in the clouds. So he wasn't allowing me to write at home, which is kind of sad. But once I got out of there, I started writing again.
So did he stop it pretty early on, or did you get through, like, would you say it was in your like teens he stopped it mostly, or before 10 he stopped it, or?
Well, actually, you know what? Rephrase that. He tried to stop it, but I would be in a room writing, and every time he would come in, I'd hide the book so he wouldn't know what was going on. But yeah, he tried to stop it, but it didn't work.
Wow. Were you able?
I kept going.
Were you able to keep some of the stuff you wrote from when you were younger, or did you have to get rid of it in case he found it, or?
I kept some of it, and then some of it he did find and he did trash.
Yeah.
But there were some that I was able to keep, and I still have till today.
Do you still go back and look at it sometimes?
Oh yeah, definitely. And say, wow, what a horrible writer I was.
Well, we all start somewhere, or the same as playing music. If you hear your first tapes and when you played, there I dated myself by saying tapes. It's absolutely it's absolutely terrifying when I hear myself playing from back then. A couple of my friends had them. I was like, I can't even listen. Like I cringe. And but I mean, we all got to start somewhere, right?
That definitely.
Did you play music, or were you ever into any other creative stuff? Drawing, music?
Drawing. Drawing is a very bad enemy of mine. I cannot draw for nothing. I struggle to draw stick people. So the wife usually is really good and talented with the drawing. So I tell her, can you make this for my YouTube channel? Can you make that for my YouTube channel?
Well, pooling resources, that's the cool thing about it. So
yeah, she does the drawing, and I usually do the drumming. I played drums in high school and intermediate. And that was another one that was therapeutical outlet for me, which was playing drums.
That's
Awesome.
really
Did you
cool.
play in a
As
band?
a kid. High school band.
Wow.
So,
A high school band, but that's as far as it got though.
but like a marching band, or was it like a show band?
A show band when they would do like Mayday shows and all of that in
Cool.
high school.
Oh, that's pretty cool. See, already I'm learning some new stuff. I didn't know that part about you. We have that in common as drummers. That's very cool. Do you have a drum kit today?
No, I am still trying to get my hands on one. So
Drum kits are hard.
it's definitely I'm going to get one eventually though. Drive everybody crazy over here.
When I played when I was a teenager, we didn't have a basement, and I helped my father lose 40-some pounds by walking because he couldn't stand the noise. I think I helped him with his good health.
You're still going, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's it. I would like to get another kit. I would love to, but it's just to have a place to have them properly and stuff. And today with electric drums, they're expensive, but they're so amazing.
Oh my God! I was looking at that and I was like, oh my God, those things are too expensive. I can't afford that right now.
No, exactly. I mean, there's other things I just need to buy more than that, and it always falls to the back of the list. But I'm hoping someday.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
So you can play in the middle of the night, just turn down the volume, turn it up, whatever you need, mic in the song. It's awesome. When I was a kid, they had them with Def Leppard, and then they started getting more popular. But the problem with those ones, you almost had to play a little off time to keep time. But now they're just like real drums.
Now they're just right on.
Yeah, it's crazy, the
Not that
technology. So the writing, so not the drawing, we're definitely not that, but we have music and we have writing. So
And I did some boxing too. As a kid, I did a little bit of boxing in the ring.
really?
And won a few trophies that I do not know what happened to. But yeah,
Wow.
Wow.
did a little bit of boxing too.
What got you into boxing?
The boxing was just. It started out as a fun thing where, us and the neighbors' kids, we were just going around and training with one of the neighbors' dads who was a boxing coach.
Oh,
So that's how I got into boxing. And then before you know it, he was taking us into the ring to do a little bit of boxing. So it was fun. It was fun.
really?
That's how I got into boxing.
What kind of weight were you doing?
Oh, I was like really lightweight because I was like skinny and short and light. So I was like lightweight boxing.
Lightweight? Well, that's the fast boxing. That's the lightning fast boxing.
Yeah.
So, everybody has the big guys. You get the butter beans and that. Yes, they're strong as hell, and if they hit you with one punch, they can knock you out. But you got to get that punch.
Definitely.
They're not the lightweights. Those guys are like lightning. When that big guy gets one punch in, those guys can throw in 10. So So was it? Did you do it for long or?
I stopped at age 16, I think.
Really?
I did it from 7 to 16.
Well, you're in it
Most
for a
of the
long
10
time.
years.
And any reason why you got out of it? Was there a reason?
Well, my dad again.
He didn't want you.
I mean, I don't mean to sound like I'm blaming him, but he sort of didn't want me doing this, didn't want me doing that, and there's a whole bunch of things he didn't want me to do.
Right.
In high school, there was track and field. That's another one you guys didn't know about me is the track and field. I used to run for Hilo High School Championship track and field.
Wow.
Oh.
And I had a chance to progress in that area because the coach had ties to the Olympics. So I did have a chance to do it, but my father said, no, you're not doing that.
Really?
Wow.
You've done so many things, like it's unbelievable as you're listing them off, like, and
But when you're young, it's easy to do, but at this age, no ways, I can't do it anymore.
no, it's a young man's game for that kind of stuff. I'd say the same as you too. I'm side with you on that one, but there's all kinds of things we can do better now than we could do when we were younger. I do believe that there's certain things, like I went traveling when I was in my early 40s. I went across Europe. I enjoyed it a lot more than if I had did it when I was 20, because I would have ended up drunk in some, or worse, probably arrested at some point, in some country. So there is some things we're not out for the count as we get older. We just get better at other things. I truly believe that.
Yeah, I believe that too.
Yeah. like yourself right now. I mean, you're talking about your childhood. We're gonna go back to that. But right now, assuming from what you told me, you don't see him happier than in your life as you are now in your life. You know, you have a lot of great things going on.
Yeah, I'll be honest. In my childhood, I was not happy. I was not happy. I mean, I was content, if that is the right word, but not really happy. I got happy after I got married, and things got better.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry you had to go through it, but I'm really happy that you are now. You know,
it's all good. It's all good.
But
I'm a better man for that. So.
Well, I mean, I do believe it. I mean, the people that go through the hard stuff, they have two choices: that I can either continue the hard stuff, or they're going to make it a lot better.
True.
You know, there's.
That's true. I chose to make mine better. So.
Well, yeah, exactly, and that's what's awesome about it. I mean, I had my first marriage. I had contact. My mother-in-law, ex-mother-in-law, had a foster home, and I've seen that more and more with kids as they got older coming out of it. Either they were going to be the exact same as what they grew up with, and it's another generation of it, or they go the complete polar opposite and work and do accomplish miracles. There wasn't much middle ground. They either went way on one side or stayed the way they knew. And I'm really...
Yeah, no. I wanted to change that.
You have. I
wanted to change that.
There's a lot of people in the chat, I'm sure, will say that in a heartbeat after that they've had the chance to know you for a while. I'm sure will agree. Because I think you're one of the most amazing, inspirational people on here as far as just a good, positive vibe. You know.
Sparky said I got out of boxing because it hurts. You're not wrong there, buddy. It does hurt. It does hurt.
Sparky also said happy after he got married. ... Okay, some of us need the secret to that one. Oh my God.
Oh boy.
How do you find the one?
Yeah, how do you find the one?
I think she found me.
Really?
Yeah, I think she found me, and then I found her, but then she found me first.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, she found me first.
Do you want to talk a little bit about how you guys met?
Yeah, we used to work in a grocery store, a retail store, and I was a courtesy clerk, and she was a cashier. So we both worked at the front end of the store, so we would see each other every time we were on schedule.
Oh. And did you know each other for a while? Like, did you get to know each other for a while first, or was it pretty quickly you got to know each other really good?
At first she couldn't stand me, I think. She didn't like me at first, I think. She liked someone else at the time.
Okay.
She said I was annoying and a little kid. Yeah. So I was an annoying little kid that she couldn't stand, and yeah, I guess I grew on her, so.
Well, you knew the secret.
How long have you guys been together? How long have you guys?
Didn't hear you.
How long have you been together?
We've been together for 14 years now.
14 years.
Yeah, and if you include that whole 1 year when we were dated, it would be 15. So we dated for 1 year and then we got married.
Wow.
Yeah, we wanted to get to know each other first really well before we got married.
Well, I guess that's the answer. That's the answer to happiness, I think, is getting to know each other.
Yeah, she's the love of my life, so, you know.
You really do love her, because anytime you talk about her, you light right up.
Definitely. Yeah.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
I do love her a lot. She is the one that saved me from all of this other stuff, so.
Oh.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Do you think that, like, when you said you got to get to know each other, do you think because of your childhood and that had part into you really making sure you were ready for marriage and ready that this was the one? Like,
well, as a child, I seen certain things the way my dad did to my mom, which, you know, as a little kid, you wish you were a grown man so you could do something about it. But
right.
You know, certain things that happened along those lines, I always said to myself, if I have a wife, I will never treat her that way, ever. and I have never treated my wife disrespectfully.
I believe that. I believe that wholeheartedly.
I try my best to treat her like a queen.
But she's very lucky to have you too, and I'm sure she's, well, you know, she feels that way as well. I mean, you have a ton of great qualities to bring to somebody. So
I hope so. I do. I know her at times.
You speak too modestly. I know she does. I know she does. I'll speak for her.
Wiseman Creek Studio says, awesome stream and fantastic guest in Paulie Vlogs. This is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wiseman Creek was one of the first ones I met too on YouTube.
That's true. That's right.
Yeah.
Awesome channel. And there's some really great people we've gotten to know along the way when you think about it.
Yeah, a lot of them did become more than just friends, you know. They became family. Like yourselves, you guys became more of my family and not just friends, you know.
Well, right back at you. You know we got a soft spot for you.
That's why I call you guys my Canadian family, because it's true. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't.
Oh, that I know. That I do know. I know you're a man of your word, and we really do appreciate it. You've been so good to us in so many ways. And it's not just the shout-outs, it's not just stuff like that. And to a lot of other people, too. I just like your style. You do. Just a positive, and you make people feel good, including ourselves, and we really do appreciate it, you know.
Well, I figured that's what YouTube was supposed to be, you know. You all help, support each other, make each other feel good, you know. Leave the negative out, you know.
Right, definitely.
Leave all of that bad stuff out and just concentrate on the brighter side of things and helping each other grow and climb the ladder. That's how I always seen YouTube to be.
Yeah, it should be. It should be, really. Yeah. It should be for spreading kindness and be positive. There is so much negative around the world outside of YouTube that we don't need more of that. You know, so I agree completely. That should be something where you can go and escape and kind of have all the positive things happening. Completely agree to that.
That's true. Yeah, leave the negative stuff outside in the world and...
Well,
yeah.
I mean, you're in the same way as us. Like, you know, I look at us, like, I'm 45, Xenia's 35. We have kids, all these things. I'm not a shock DJ. I'm too old for any of that stuff. Like, you know, that's something my 21-year-old, for instance, or even my 12-year-old going into. I get that. At that age, they're going to get into stuff. Everybody does. And ours was through different ways, through music and that. Theirs is going to be more through the internet. They want... I want to do more adult stuff. I just want to, you know, I'm aware at this age there's enough bad things happen in the world. I don't want to add to it. You know. I agree, definitely. We are, you know, I grew up in a very small town, and people don't realize this, but when you grow up in a small town, A, you know everybody very well, and B, whenever there's really tragic accidents, severe accidents, a lot of times you are the first responder. You get there before anybody, and that can be at an age of 13, 14, 15. You get to see a lot of bad things happening, you know, right before your eyes. Being some bad accidents and stuff like that with people that you know very well your whole life. So it you know, it kind of gives you a new perspective on the world, you know, that how quickly things can come, because you're not absorbed from that. You've been part of it. So to bring more bad stuff, I'm just, you know, I just like getting to know people like you. I like your attitude and stuff like that. I think you're spreading the right message around, not just with us, but with everybody I see you interacting with. I see your comments all the time. They're always positive. You always find something to look at the good side into it and that. And I think stuff like that really needs to be rewarded, and I hope it spreads more and more.
You guys are too kind. I don't deserve that much praise. You guys are too kind.
I can say the same right back at you. I think it's at minimum two-way street. At the truthfulness, I think you do it more than us. But
I think it was Good Dog Press that said, "Oh, thank you for the shout out." It's like, no thanks, no thanks necessary. I just do it because, you know. Well, I like to do that kind of stuff.
Well, you definitely made us feel good. So
yeah, and sometimes when I go over to your channel, it's like I saw it was 290 Brewing and some other channels, like, oh, and Paulie did shout out to 290 Brewing and this one and that one, and then I have to message them because I know they haven't seen it either because you never tell anybody that you do a shout out. So I'm like messaging 290. Have you seen the shout out Paulie did? They're like, what? What shout out? We haven't seen it. Thank you so much for telling us. It's like, because if if you don't, you're so
Modest.
humble and
Modest.
modest. You do it, and you don't want to take credit for it,
Yeah.
and people don't even know that you
my
shouted them
God.
out. It's unbelievable. Usually, people want to take credit right away. They shout it
Yeah.
over the top of the mountains. You just do it. You do it just
I-
because. And this is amazing. That's why I said, like, today when I commented on the video that I found 3 days later, thankfully, I still found it. It's unbelievable. I think it's more. It's not just in the YouTube. I do believe that you truly are like that in real life, because you can't be like that part of the time. You can only be full time the person you are.
Wiseman Creek Studios.
I don't know how else to be. This is me. This is just me, natural. It's not in my nature really to be mean unless I really, really have to. Then maybe I can find the boldness to do it. But other than that, this is just me. Just it is as it is.
And that's what we've been telling people all along. It's the best way to be on here is be you, because you'll always have something that nobody else has is yourself. Nobody else can be you.
It's true.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's the most unique thing.
Yeah,
it's the most unique thing you have in your arsenal of tools to get by on YouTube is being yourself, because nobody else can ever be you.
Because I think being mean I could do, but it would have to take a lot for it to get there. So
Yeah.
I'm more of in my nature to just be nice to people, respectful, loving, and support.
Yeah, like Pauline said here, I love that. The most difficult thing to do is to be positive when the word is negative. Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. And I think you live
Martin
that,
Luther King,
especially today, on the day of Martin Luther King. Yes, it's very fitting. You definitely live it up 100% for sure.
Oh, no problem, TriStar Travelers. You take care. Great seeing you.
Bye, TriStar. Nice seeing you again. I haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah, no, it's nice to see them back. It's nice when you see people like that, when they come back. Because life throws all kinds of things at us, it's busy. It's nice when somebody like that comes back. It makes you smile. It's really nice.
Wanted to thank VWR32 Life that gave us a super chat for coffee. Thank you so much. Much appreciated that. Thank you.
Also, guys, I want to mention there's some buffering going on. So if there is, please just hit F5 on your keyboard or Command R if you're using Mac. We wish we could stop that, but that's the servers at YouTube, not us. But thank you guys for hanging in here and having a chat with our good friend Paulie Vlog here, who's got an amazing channel. He is a writer. He is a YouTube philanthropist, I guess we'll call him.
He's a vlogger. He's a very positive person. There's so many things to tell about you. I'm glad you get a spotlight today because you truly deserve it.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
No, when I did the shout out for you guys, I even said, hey, if you guys can back me up and tell them I'm not doing it for any reward, I'm just doing it because I love them.
Well, sorry, we didn't hear
Somehow
you.
that backfired.
Didn't hear you. Not hearing you now. Sorry. I guess we'll go in a little bit into the writing because I want people to really hear about your writing. I want you to kind of tell people, where did you were been writing since you were young, and then you worked your way up to it. Your dad was stopping you. You were hiding it and still doing it. And it was, you said you started writing once you got married, right? Like you started looking at the idea of doing books.
Yeah.
But before that, was the itch still there to write, or was it gone away and then once you're with your wife, it came back to want to write?
Oh, no. It was still there. The itch was still there.
It was.
Right. And to at least do something with the writing, such as, do novels or complete sets in writing. You know what I mean? Like make multiple books if it's possible.
And are you a person that generally or usually likes to write on paper, or do you do everything straight ahead on the keyboard?
It depends. I've done some on paper and pen first, and then I've jotted down the ones that straight from my head onto the keyboard and computer. So
really?
I do both. Yeah.
And you're still doing both to this day, like?
Still doing both to this day.
Wow. Is there a way you prefer out of the two of them?
No, I like them both. Yeah, I don't have a preference. I like them both.
And
Because with the paper one, I can just be jotting down notes and see what I'm gonna write next, and then on the computer, I'm working on the one that's already, ready to be finished.
Right.
Both.
It's a lot of work though. Are you a fast typer? Because I always wonder that as you're thinking in your head and typing, can your fingers go as fast as your head is traveling?
No, definitely not. I miss words.
But that's a good
I
thing.
miss words. Things don't make sense, and it's like, what the hell happened?
And then you go back. So what do you do? Like a paragraph, and then go back right away, or do you go back later on then and start proofing and clearing it up?
I finish it first, and then I go back and redo.
It's a lot of work, man. I mean, by the time you're done, I mean, a novel, that's a lot of typing to do and a lot of thoughts. How did you learn structuring to write a book? Because that's a big part of it too, is how to structure it.
I went to school for that one. I had to learn for creative writing.
Okay.
So I went to school for that one and took classes on writing and learned the grammar and structure and where goes what goes where to make it make sense, and line spacing and a whole different kind of stuff that you really don't need for writing.
But it's good to have as a basis, though, and it probably gives you a bit more discipline as well for writing, I'm sure.
Yeah, it does. It does make a difference knowing what you're trying to pursue in the writing field.
Because writing is a lot of work. I mean, it really is. It's
also boring because it's just you and the screen, and you're just going, nobody else, just you and your screen. So it can be boring at times. When
you're writing, do you vision it in your head? Like, are you picturing something or is it just the words?
Kind of like a movie is playing in my head when I'm doing like fight scenes in different parts of the books or imagining the world itself.
Right.
It's kind of like a movie scenery in my head that goes play by play, and I just jot it out.
Yeah, so you kind of see like a scene, it puts together in your head, and then you're just bringing it into the computer afterwards.
Yeah.
And do you think about it when you're not in front of the computer? Like say like you're at the grocery store and you have a thought for your book. Do you see that scene come up again, like when you have that thought about what you should add?
Yeah, there has been instances like that certain images come up, and it's like, oh man, I don't have anything to write this down on, so I gotta try and keep it in my head until I get to a computer.
you never keep a notepad with you, or like record on your phone?
Recording on a phone is not a bad idea. I never thought about that. Now I know. Thank you. Now I know. I'm gonna use that.
In fact, we had a question from Sparky who said, do you always have paper with you? Or like me, he says, get a thought in your head and text yourself the thoughts.
I never used the phone until Andrew said it now, so I know I'm going to use the phone. And paper, no, I usually don't carry any books or paper with me. I just go completely blank, and then it pops in, then I got to try and hold it into my head until I get to a computer.
Well, you'd think that would be the best part about having a phone this day and age for something like that, because you could be like, it's your voice recorded right there and that, great idea for the book, blah, 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 whatever you want to say about it, and then you can go home and listen to it again.
I didn't think about it, though, until like right now when you said it, it's like, oh, I've done that the whole time.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Sparky.
I never thought about it.
Sparky said, Andrew, you bugger stole my thoughts. We're all in it together. I'm just glad me and Sparky will call it a team effort. Get to say thank you a little bit for all you do for other people. So a little bit there. So maybe that'll
I didn't think about that. So yeah, thank you both. I didn't think about that.
No, definitely. Hey, it's a great place. I mean, if we call it a phone, but it does everything but. Probably making phone calls is only about 5% of what we do with them now. We use them for everything but. Oh, I just moved my camera on you. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Can you still see us? Good?
Earthquake, Andrew.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Now, how do you start books? Because I know you have several of them. So, what is the beginning of the book? Do you have a certain character in your mind that you want to involve into the book, or do you think out the story first before you sit down and write the first sentences, so to say? What is the process of writing the book? Because I know, and I've seen Choco Orange, for example, shared with us as well that they're writing a book. There are lots of people that are trying to do it but don't know really how. So like if you can share some insight for beginning writers of how you're maybe doing or how you're organizing your time, which I think is a lot of problem for people as well with that. How to get from idea to the end result, the book. Like how do you do this journey?
I think for mine, I always start out with my characters first and the world that I'm going to throw this certain character into. So for me, it's always character development first. Mm-hmm. Try to get, your head around the character, how you want them to look, how you want them to be, how you want them to act, and then form the world around that character. Like what type of world do you want him to be in or her in? Mm-hmm. Do you want them to be at this age in time? Do you want them to be medieval times? Like my book is medieval times, so.
Right.
And do you want it to be human? Do you want it to be an elf? Do you want it to be a vampire? You sort those things out first and then create the whole world with the character in it.
Well, that's
how I start my stories.
But that's very cool about fantasy. Is that why you enjoy it so much? Because you have so much creative control over the process. It can be anything you choose. That you're not limited to like real world elements.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
And you feel it fits your character best, I guess, because you are the one that's choosing it.
Yeah.
Why I'm asking you that, I want to ask you something. I heard another writer say.
Some people say don't put your own. What did they say? Somebody told me don't put your own personality into your character.
Right.
You know me, I really don't listen. I go ahead and put my own personality into my main character anyway, and it works just fine. So. I don't see what the problem was there.
So the tip is not to listen to anybody.
That's right.
Yeah.
And do you feel that you're still using it to this day then, since you're doing that? Do you think it's still do you think you're doing that partly because it's still therapy for you this day and age, or have you moved on from that?
Now I just do it. It's no longer therapy as it was when I first started. Now I just see it as I love to write. I love writing. If people want to read it and see what world I've created, that's fine. So I see it as, this is my career and my life, and I love it for what it is.
That's an awesome statement right there.
So yeah, it's not therapeutic anymore in that sense.
But very fulfilling.
Very good feeling though.
And it's really shaped your life a lot. I mean, it's given you a great sense of purpose, it sounds like, in the world, in your adult life and your married life and stuff like that. It sounds like it's really been the kind of the branch you've always waiting to grow on your tree, so to say, was to have this writing thing become a reality, have the books become a reality. So
Definitely. That was one of my dreams, actually, to get a book published, at least one book published, and complete a series down the line, which I am now working on the last book in the series, so I made it.
Isn't that awesome?
That's amazing. How many books there are altogether in your series?
7 books. So
you're on the 7th one. The one that you
I'm finishing up.
One that you just sent us this year. This is, by the way, guys, one of the books here, which was we were so honored to receive with writing in it.
Show that. I'm showing that puppy
My
off.
handwriting is bad. Sorry.
No.
We were so honored to receive this all the way from Hawaii, and we always are gonna treasure this. This is one of your books. So which one in the series is it? Is this number 6?
That one is book 1.
Book 1. So this is book 1.
Book 1. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, guys, I'm dropping
Don't worry, I'll be sending you guys more of the other books.
I'm looking forward to knowing the story development. Guys, I have put the link in the description for Amazon if you're interested on the book, and also in the chat, guys, you can go and check it out. There's only one book I found on Amazon available. Your other books, are they available for sale already, or are they coming up?
No, they're coming up.
They're coming up.
They're not for sale yet. Yeah.
Awesome. So this is the first one, and that's the one you can see in the link. Go check it out. Support YouTubers and authors and writers. This is a graphic novel, right? I would put it in that category.
I guess just novel, or yeah.
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 Rise of the Vampire Ascending. Yes.
I mean, there's no pictures in there, just words. But
no, that's right.
kind of just form your own
fantasy novel.
Yeah,
fantasy
I
novel.
must say, I haven't finished it yet. I have started to read it, and I must say that it's very easy to read, meaning that the language flows really easily. So, guys, if you're looking for something to read this year, this is definitely something to put on your book list for sure. I just wanted to show you guys, and once again, thank you so much. We were. This was our Christmas gift. We showed it once we received it, and I just wanted to say thank you again. That was amazing.
You guys are too kind, I swear.
Well, you've been very kind to us, so. Will he be?
I was actually trying to send you guys a package, but they said I can't use the American flat rate. So I was like, how can I get it to Canada then? And they didn't answer, so
that's why we feel so bad.
I'll find a way.
Yeah, I know,
I
but
don't feel bad. It's the people down here.
no, but because Canada, we know the shipping is not cheap. That's why we feel so bad about it. We're honored to have this one. Like,
no.
You know,
the shipping is not the problem. It's the people that's the problem. No, the shipping is not the problem. It's the people I got to deal with.
People are always getting in the way.
Honest. Oh my God,
you're amazing.
Your book, though, no, I'm very, very proud of this, by the way, and I really am. Like this, like to receive that from you, and the trouble it went to. It's your blood, sweat, and tears, and you sent it all the way from Hawaii, and you signed it. I mean, it's when I'm so honored to have this. You know, we have some things from people. And this is definitely in that top part of the list of things that mean a lot, you know. I
was gonna send you guys the author's collection, which is the red one that Best Friend in Your Thread has.
Okay.
It's the same story, but it's the author's collection because the publisher no longer exists.
Oh.
So it's one of the author collection books. So I was sending that to you guys and trying to get it over. I'm not giving up. I'm still going to send it to you.
Oh my goodness!
I'm just gonna find another way to do it.
You're too kind.
I just want people to check out your books and stuff like that, and I want people to see and get ready for when the rest of the series also comes out. You know, so.
Sorry, my dogs are barking. I apologize.
Oh, that's God. Okay. So now when you are basically almost done, you are at the end of your series, do you already have in mind what is next to come? Like, do you have in mind what is your next series of books are going to be?
Yeah, I started book number 1 at the same time working on the last book of this series. I started another series at the beginning.
Wow.
Which is called Rising Sun Empire.
Wow.
Which is taking place again in fantasy world, and it has humans and a whole bunch of other different creatures that are in that area, that world.
How do you separate as you're writing those two at the same time? Like, because of course they're not connected. Is it hard to get in the mind frame, like to sit down for one or planning for the other, like so you don't end up crossing story?
No, I don't know how I do it. I just go.
You kind of like you're kind of like the freestyle guitarist. You kind of you're not locked in by all the rules. You kind of just found a way that it works for you, and that's very cool too. Hey, as long as you're getting your message out, that's what counts. That's the proof of the pudding that it's working.
That is true. That is true. I agree.
How many hours a week do you, or like about a week or a month, or either or, do you say you put in towards your writing?
I usually write it for about 8 hours. Sometimes it goes past 8 hours because the imagination doesn't want to stop. Oh. So it's 8 hours plus, and I just keep going and going and going and going. Sometimes I've been known to stay up to like 2 o'clock in the morning and just going and writing. When it's
flowing good, you don't want to stop it.
Yeah, no, that's the one thing you don't want to do.
No,
as a writer, you don't want to do that. You want to keep it going.
Well, that's the same. Like, as once again, like
when you stop it, then it comes to writer's block.
How do you deal with writer's block when it does come up?
I never really had writer's block, so I don't know how to.
Really?
That is amazing. Wow.
I never really had writer's block, so I don't know how to deal with writer's block, but
that is amazing.
yeah,
wow.
maybe because I switch back and forth between the stories, writer's block doesn't have a time to form, so I'm always just going on both sides.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Because sometimes, you make a good point. Because sometimes when writer's block or creative block for anybody, you could have it on YouTube or as a musician or anything. A lot of times is because you're stuck on one thing and your mind's not you're caught in that rut and can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah, maybe by keeping two projects going simultaneously gives you a chance to bail out of it.
Going, yeah.
That's a good point. Never thought of it that way.
I don't know if that's it, but I'm guessing maybe that might be it.
Well, it doesn't matter. The main thing is it's working. Once again, I cannot stress that enough. So please.
So, do you have a process of sitting down, like, and writing it, or like what is your day when you wake up and you say 8 or even more hours of your day is writing? How is it? Is there things that you need to have in order to sit down and write, or how does your day go when you do wake up? Like, how does it start? What do you do, and how do you organize your writing part?
I get up, I brush my teeth, I use the potty.
I knew that was going. I so knew it when Xenia was asking it. When Xenia was asking, I knew the exact answer I was going to start with.
Oh no! I mean, when I do for writing, I usually just sit down with my computer and my book and pen in case I got side notes, and then I just go. I just open up my computer. I read from the last part that I wrote, and then I just clear on from there. And put my tablet on the side in case I got extra notes.
Oh, okay. And do you feel it comes quick?
That's pretty much for me.
Well, you got a pretty busy house too. You got the animals and everything else and all that stuff and everything. I'm sure they want some of your time as well.
They do, but me, I'm just like, okay. And I go and then I make time for them. But usually the imagination has to stop completely before anything else, because if not, I will lose that train of thought.
Right. Well, what is it? You want to tell everybody about your house and stuff like that and the animals and everything?
People have been asking about the rooster and about your dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, well, where is the dogs? They were just here. Well, the roosters are outside. There's the dogs. Hey, can you bring the dogs, though? You think I would have had one in here, being that I got 6 of them in the house. Gotta grab one. Grab that one.
Aww.
There you go. Look at the camera. Say hi. This is Moxie.
Hey.
Yeah, this is Moxie. Look.
Hello.
Oh my God, so cute.
Yeah, they're all over here now. You got Moxie, you got Lily. Oh, here's the other one. Roxy.
Oh.
Roxy, look.
Hello.
The chickens are outside. The chickens and roosters are outside.
How many chickens and rooster do you got?
Oh man, how many chickens and roosters we got? A whole farm. I think we got a lot of them.
Too many to count.
Oh, we got too much. We got too much chickens, too much roosters.
Okay, we'll conservatively say 70. That's our conservative estimation.
The wife said 70. I think there's more than 70 out there. There's no way that there's 70 out there.
I said it's a conservative.
No, there's more than 70 out there.
Really? Wow.
Wow, that's a
There's
lot.
more than 70.
I didn't know that. See, I'm learning all kinds of new stuff tonight. What got you into what got you into it?
We got a goat too as well.
And a
One
goat.
So what got you into the farm animals?
The farm animals. I used to help my grandpa out a lot on his farm
Oh,
when he
really?
was alive. So I was always working with him on his farm, taking care of the horses, the dogs, the goats, the pigs.
Wow.
So that's how I pretty much grew a love for animals, because of my granddad.
Now, were you allowed to? I don't want to keep bringing your dad up, but because you taught him earlier, and because you got so many dogs, were you allowed to have dogs when you were younger and stuff like that?
Only at my grandparents' house.
That's what I was wondering about. Yeah, so I know, because once you said the number of dogs, I'm like, this guy's making up for lost time here.
Yeah. See, even definitely.
Well, that's awesome though. They got a good home. There's no worries about that. So that they're definitely well treated.
Yeah.
So
they'll stay here till they die of old age.
It's part of the family.
There you go.
What about the chickens and that too? You love that part of it, the connection to the farming?
Yeah, we got the goat outside, we got the chickens outside, so yeah, it's all in with the connection.
If you could swing
it, I get on really well with animals.
If you could swing it, would you want to eventually have a bigger farm, like more like bring in horses, cattle, or anything like that? Or?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
Definitely. I do miss taking care of horses, so.
Really?
Definitely.
I grew up by a farm. We didn't have a farm, but tons of farms, so I worked in a lot of them. I don't know. I know it's a lot of work once it gets to a certain size. I remember that.
It is. We would wake up from early morning and then go all the way to late afternoon just taking care of and just the animals.
Oh, yeah. It's not a sit-down spectator sport. If you're into farming, you're going to be busy and a lot. So. And
that's where I got my love, though, for animals, because Grandpa was a farmer, and he always loved his animals, so he kind of passed that on to me.
Were you close with your grandpa?
Very close. Very close with my grandpa.
He's did you spend a lot of time there?
Oh, yeah. Every time there wasn't school, like whatever break came up, even if it was one day break, I would always go to Grandma and Grandpa's house.
Really?
Always.
Oh. No, I can tell right away how fondly, just by the way you were talking a while ago, you can see how fondly it was. Was that kind of part of your escape too, like kind of a
that was part of the escape. And then Grandpa really didn't care for my dad in a way because of the way he would treat his daughter. So
right,
yeah.
But he really had a soft spot for you, though, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. He was always there for me when I needed him,
Do you think
he's an incredible person?
Do you think some of your personality, the way you are today and stuff like that, comes from him?
I think so.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, definitely. Because he was always very respectful towards other people, and he always tried his best to help other people, and it's like I learned that from him in life, so I always try to do the same for others around me as well.
Well, I think he's pretty proud of you. I think you've more than done that.
Oh man, I hope so.
I can't speak for, I never met the man, but I feel safe in saying I'm pretty sure I can say without a doubt he definitely is. And that's really cool like that. So. I'm glad you had somebody positive like that through all those things, because that makes such a difference.
I needed it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Did he? You said you told him I guess I'm assuming then he passed away.
Yeah, he did. He passed away in 2000.
Oh wow, a long time.
From pneumonia, I think it was pneumonia, like water in the lungs. Yeah.
Well, my goodness.
He was old though. He was up there in age, and we were like, okay, anytime soon he's gonna go. So.
Well, you left.
We were prepared though.
You left him a good legacy, so I'm sure because it all kind of making sense. The more we're talking, I'm seeing more where this come from, because usually somebody who does well in a bad situation has somebody positive in their life. That kind of gives them some guidance, and it makes sense now once you start talking about your grandfather. You can see that you're lucky to have somebody like that, because sometimes in those hard situations there's nobody to grasp to. So
I was very, very, very lucky. Definitely very lucky.
What about your friends and stuff like that? Like, what would you do when, say, you're teenagers and that? What kind of a teenager were you?
I was more of, as a human, I would get into trouble every now and then, but I was more on the caution side, never smoked, never drank, kind of stayed away from the wrong people, kind of mingled with the people that I thought I could get ahead in life with,
Wow.
So I was very cautious as a teenager.
Huh.
And, I learned a lot from people around me as well. Like, oh, I don't want to do that, or I don't want to be that person. So
right. What about?
I was very cautious as a teenager.
And do you think boxing also gave you some discipline, like to not get and Did not get into stuff
Definitely.
like that?
Yeah, definitely boxing did open the eyes a bit, even though, sometimes they shut the eyes, but,
Oh no.
yeah, they definitely opened mine.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I was very cautious as a teenager.
Yeah. Well, it paid off for you.
And some people would be, hey, you want to go out? Oh, no, I'm going home.
Well, cheers to you for that.
So I never really went out anywhere. I was pretty much just go to school, go to work, go back home.
And how old were you and your wife around when you guys met? Like, were you in your early 20s or?
Actually, I was 20 years old, and my wife was 23.
Oh, and then
So,
and
3 years apart.
3 years apart, and through work, and then it just started off. So what would you guys? What would be you guys' is like? Not date night is what you would do, but what would you guys go do things together a lot? Type of people, like, do you like to go explore and stuff like that, and like around the island?
Yeah, we usually go traveling around the island, or if we get a chance to go to the island of Kauai, which is where the wife is from, we'll go and travel to Kauai to do some touring there.
All beautiful spots.
Yeah. Kauai is really, really beautiful. Kauai is very beautiful.
What would you
It's
tell
better
people?
beaches.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. If somebody here wants to go to Hawaii, what would you recommend them to go see from what you've seen?
I would recommend like Maui or Kauai because the beaches are better. On the Big Island, where I'm from, the beaches is rocks. I mean, you got to walk through rocks just to get to the water.
Right.
But on the other side of the island, you got sand. But Kauai and Maui, you got sand.
Oh.
That sounds beautiful.
Yeah. I think
The wife, what did you say?
No, only Hawaii.
Oh, the wife said only Kauai.
only Kauai.
My
It
God.
must be absolutely gorgeous over there. It must be beautiful. I get that.
Yeah, she grew up in Kauai. Her and her family is from Kauai, so
Wow.
that's why she said no, only Kauai.
And when you guys travel over there, do you go a couple times a year over to visit family, or?
The wife had family there, and I believe they went to the mainland. So if we go, we just go to tour the spots where
Okay.
my wife used to hang out. No, yeah.
And do you like going over there when you can get there? Like, do you go a couple times a year or once a year or?
Whenever we get a chance.
Never turn down an opportunity.
Only because the flights are sometimes so expensive. It's like, oh my God.
That was what I was going to ask you too. Is it expensive to fly between the islands?
Yeah, it is kind of expensive. So we're like, okay, when we get a chance and we can afford, then we'll go.
Well, that's like, I don't know if you heard us saying to Marty tonight down the Rabbit Hole Travel. She lives in Calgary, so like the central western part of Canada, getting into the last province. We were thinking of, we always said it'd be nice to get together. It would actually be cheaper for us and her to fly to London and meet there versus us flying in the same country over to Calgary.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Montreal, Canada is one of the most expensive places to fly in the world.
Oh my God, that doesn't make any sense. It's
No.
so weird.
Yep.
Yep.
I flew to Dublin, Ireland, 2 years ago?
Yep.
And it cost $569 return, and to fly to Vancouver was almost $1,000.
What?
Yep.
Wow, I was gonna say, well, something wrong with my math here. Something's not right.
It's cheaper to go on vacation to
Holy
Europe,
smokes.
everything included, than
Yeah.
go on one flight to Vancouver, which is crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know that's where they make a lot of movies too. Yeah, in Vancouver,
Yep.
Vancouver, Canada.
Here as well, there's a big studio. We because then the dollar's lower, it's cheaper to make films here. So like Montreal, for instance, we're used a lot for any movie where they want to do like the Eastern Seaboard, like New York, Boston. Sometimes Philadelphia, they can replicate it here. So they're shooting movies here constantly. There's a big sound stage about
Oh, okay.
Maybe-
Oh, that's how that works.
yeah, so maybe like 5 kilometers away, and they do budgets up to $50 million. It's
Like,
called Mill Studio.
Catch Me If You Can, for example, part of it has been done here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
I thought they were all like shot in the United States. I had no idea.
No, a lot of them. People would be shocked to find out just how many of those movies are all made in here.
Yeah, like Panic Videos did a
wow.
set about the Christmas Story movie. Well, the most of it actually was filmed in Canada, not in the U.S.
Yep.
Oh wow, my God.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Bruce Willis did the movie Death Wish. They brought it back, and that was all filmed here in Montreal. And my son was in school, and he had this friend. They were what, grade 4 at the time or 5?
Yeah.
And his friend was over here, this nice little young fella, and he's like, "Oh, I was in a movie in that." And we're like, "Oh, okay." You know, kids sometimes they say stuff, and he said, "Yeah." He goes, "This is the Willis guy," and we're like, "Willis?" And finally, he started putting it together. We're like, "Bruce Willis?" He's like, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, I have a scene with him," and I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, for this Death Wish movie they're shooting here." So we went and looked it up, and he's in the movie trailer. He's the little kid at the beginning he helps that's in the hospital bed in the trailer helping him.
Oh my God.
So we're all sitting here kind of shocked. Like, once they got 8 adults with their eyes on their heads, like, holy crap, this kid's in one of a blockbuster movie of the year, you know.
We thought that he was just
With a
making
big
it
name
up.
too on top of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
You never know. Yeah, but there's lots of it developed a lot here. The animation part and 3D and all of that. It has developed a lot in the last couple of decades. So it's cheaper, but it's also there is a lot of pros here. Like Ubisoft is headquarters is here as well. As lots of gaming is developed here too.
Oh wow. See, even that I didn't know.
Yep. No, that's
Ubisoft.
yep. One of their bigger.
Oh man.
Yeah, there's a lot of it goes on, especially for 3D animation and stuff like that. Well, the government put a lot of money into it in the early 2000s, so they kind of got a jump on the market. So, yeah, it kind of took off that way. And like I say, the dollar is usually cheaper, so that's why they were coming here to do a lot of those. So.
Oh, geez. I had no idea.
Well, that's the nice thing when we get to talk like this. This is always why we like the interviews.
You get to
Because
find out all different stuff.
like you tonight, I mean, we found out so much stuff already, and I thought I knew you pretty well. Like, locked. You gave me a lot to think about there.
I usually don't say anything unless somebody really wants to know. Then I'll tell them. But other than that, I'm usually just quiet. I don't say anything much about myself.
I know that. That's why I was really excited to get you on here tonight. That was my whole goal. We're making it about you, so because you are the unsung hero to a lot of people. You really are, you know. And it's not like you're always doing monumental things. It's all the little things that you do on top of it. I always see you positive comments, you know, always helping somebody. Somebody's feeling down. You're the first one in the chat that kind of runs right to them, gives them something to say, to think about, to feel better about, you know. So
I usually like to mess around with them just to try and make them laugh.
yes, exactly. No. That is definitely a part of your MO.
That's what I try hard at that too.
And you do very well. You're really, really good at it too.
Oh my God!
I've seen you make me laugh sometimes when I didn't think I could laugh. So you know. Yeah, I know.
I'm happy when I make people laugh. It's like, all right, I did it. Okay, my job is done.
And you do it, and I've never seen you ask for anything in return. I've never seen you ask for anything whatsoever. You know,
even this show wasn't supposed to be in return.
That's right. So you can blame it on me.
Karma.
That's right, karma. Exactly. No, you deserve it, my friend. And I was like I say.
I'm always of the thought, you know, if you're gonna help someone, you just help. You don't expect anything in return. You just help, you know.
Well, and you know what, that does spread. I mean, you're not asking for it, but people see that. I mean, that's why I think you're so beloved by so many people on here, is because of the way you are like that.
Yeah, I was always taught that, you know, you're going to help someone, you don't hold it over them. You know, you don't say, oh, you owe me that. No, you help and you leave it at that. That's how I was always taught too.
That sounds a lot like something taught by a certain grandfather.
Yeah. That's the guy.
I think that's awesome. I really do. And I think that's great. There's no way better to pay a tribute to somebody you love than to... because if you love them, there's a certain spirit in them. And there's no other better way to pay tribute or homage to them than to continue that spirit. I truly believe that from the bottom of my heart.
Grandpa is a very, very incredible man. I mean, I just got along with him. I really did love him. So
Well, and it seems like he instilled a lot of great things into you. I mean, really helped shape your character.
Definitely did. Definitely did.
Because I'm assuming, and maybe you've even thought of this, what life would have been like if you hadn't have met him. Could you seen yourself gone a different course?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh.
There were so many temptations I would have went for, and I probably wouldn't be here now if I didn't have Grandpa to cling on to.
Well, that was the best tribute.
Definitely.
That is the best tribute to him I think you could ever give him. I'm sure that would mean the world. So, and we're glad to have you here.
Well, and it's always set on the heart to help those in need and help them. Truly, purely help them to help them because you want to help them.
That's right. There is a lot of reward in not asking for any rewards.
Yeah, I don't like asking for things, so.
But
and I don't expect it. I don't expect anything back in return.
Well, that's the exact part of it right there, because you don't exactly. And not some people say that everybody wants to be that, but with you, I truly believe it. So I've seen you do it time and
I don't. I can't do it. I can't ask for anything in return. It's like I help you. That's it. I'm leaving it at that. I wanted to help you, and now you move forward.
I think proof is that when somebody does shout-outs and doesn't even tell the people that he's shouting out.
I figured they'd find it.
So your books, you're still in the writing. There's almost finished this series. Are you going to miss this series when it's done?
Honestly, probably not.
You've seen its course. You've seen it through.
It's been there pretty much, from 2005 when I started it all the way till now. So
right.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'm gonna miss it.
Are you planning maybe to eventually do some of your books in like maybe TV series or some videos or anything like that? Or have you dreamt of that?
I don't know. I never really looked that far down the line. I just wanted to finish the books and writing them and getting them done and completed. So I never really thought about movies or anything like that yet.
So with writing the series, you feel fulfilled. If anything else happened, that's just like icing on the cake.
Yeah, anything else happens after that, it's kind of like a bonus thing.
But that's an amazing feeling, like setting goals like that, and the accomplishment must feel amazing. Like you say, you're just about to close the series, and once you do, that's like two of your bucket dreams off the list. Yeah.
Well, once the series is closed, it's like, all right, my dream is accomplished right there. Now I can move on to the next one with full mind and just keep going.
Oh, that is.
I never really thought about movies or anything. I just thought about finishing the book, getting them done. And then whatever happens from there happens.
Panic D here is suggesting maybe doing an audio book, after you're finished them, recording them as audio books since they are so popular nowadays.
Oh, it's not a bad idea. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of good ideas there. I never thought about those.
Well, sometimes, it's good to we're kind of doing a little brainstorming together, so that's...
We're going to pack you up with tons of ideas here. There's going to be no time writing. We need your writing, too.
Oh, God, Xenia, please don't pitch too much.
Yeah, no. That came from Panic D. That wasn't even me.
No, but I'm scared you're going to run with it.
Nope. No, I'm not running anywhere.
Well, Wiseman Creek said they'll do a soundtrack. Oh my God!
There you go.
You see?
Lots of people are gonna chime in to help you with that.
Oh,
that's for sure.
Goodness.
You could even do like a YouTube series.
You guys are all too kind.
Well, a lot of people just love what you're doing and they feed off that. Who doesn't want to be part of something that's positive like that? They're feeling the spark from you and enjoyment. What a great thing to enjoy,
No, I think you guys are all just too kind. I mean,
well,
I don't do anything big, I do the small stuff to try and nudge people forward,
Yeah, but I know that, but it's nice to watch you, and especially the way you're talking about it, seeing how happy it makes you. A lot of people are wanting to feel that way on here. Their YouTube channels, some of them are like your book to you. They want to accomplish something. They want to feel good about what they put out. It all comes back into that because you're also, a presence here on YouTube. And there's a lot of people want to have that fulfillment feeling as well. So, set up.
I can understand that, definitely.
So
I can understand that.
that's why we're going to keep that positivity flowing. We could go on that audiobook one step further. He could do like a chapter a week,
Yeah.
read it out and go through, or parts of a chapter, break them up into 4
I think
parts.
it's an amazing idea,
Yep.
and it wasn't me pitching it.
But you're going to start, then you're going to come up with all the ideas, and we could do it on tractors while we're dressed in rain
No, but I think
clothes.
it's a great idea because because it is getting more and more popular. People love listening to podcasts, to books,
Yep.
and a lot of them get consumed that way. And it definitely brings a new audience in for sure. And since you already have a YouTube channel, something in combination with that, definitely something to think about for sure. Thank you for idea, Panic D.
Yeah, thank you. I tell you, a lot of this stuff I honestly never thought about.
Yeah,
Just,
Panic D says it could get you that big farm on Kauai. Acres and
no.
horses.
That's the way to
Well,
do it.
exactly. That's a step
Oh
closer
my
to the
God.
dream. That's very true.
Sparky asks, when you get a book published, do you sign over all the rights to your book content, or now is it owned by the publisher to make a series movie?
No. You don't sign anything over. You give them permission, but you don't sign it over to them to take charge of and be in charge of, and it be under them. You keep the rights for yourself.
Oh, that's
But if they wanted to do like soundtracks or movies or anything, you can give them the movie and soundtrack rights.
right.
But it's still solely the writers. It belongs to the writer. You're just lending it out.
Well, I think you should try to get it out there because you never know. I mean, you've seen some of like the guests we had on that worked. Like they talked about going out for scripts and stuff like that. You never know when your book could be the one that they've been waiting for.
Yeah, no, I've seen some of them. I've seen the interviews that you guys did with
Well,
big people and big writers.
oh, I met you. I'm hoping they get to meet you. You're the big one here, so they'd be lucky to get to know someone like you. So, but yeah, you never know when something.
They already know you and Xenia, so they're close.
Well, we are all in it together, and thanks to people like you, that help get us started off the ground. So, I would like. I hope you do that though. I really hope you start to get your book out there more in that area and stuff like that. That would be really cool. I'd love to hear you even just do a test chapter and read it.
Yeah, that would definitely be something I can look into.
You could even do it with your wife and not have like moving shots, but like she could draw out different scenes. Just like a scene maybe every minute or something like that, or like a high point in the change.
Yeah.
And the
That's
voiceover.
not a bad idea. See, all these ideas I had no idea about. I was just so hardly concentrating and finishing out of books.
You have a creative mind. This all is too much practical application. So leave that to us.
And sometimes it's easier on the outside looking in.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for the ideas. I appreciate it.
Sometimes on the outside looking in, it's easier to see too. I've had people make suggestions to our stuff that we've changed over time because we don't see it until somebody said it, and then we get talking after. It's like, I never thought of it that way. Yeah, we should change this or change that.
That's how I do my YouTube channel. I go to you guys' tech talk, and I
I
follow what you guys are doing, and my channel grows. So
well,
Thank you.
that's the whole secret to
You
it.
guys helped me a lot with my channel.
Well, like I say, we're all in it together, my friend. That's why I love Tech Talk is a great example of that. It's a 3-hour, I always say, a co-op of everybody exchanging ideas, techniques, all these things. It's great to do stuff like that. I love learning from other people. We get questions that I can't answer, and then all of a sudden there'll be 4 people that can answer it right away in the chat, and I'm like, perfect. I just gained some new knowledge.
That works.
Yep.
That actually works really well.
Yep. Nobody can be the know-it-all of everything. We all got to kind of swallow our pride a bit and say we're all in it together, and somebody might be good at one thing more than the other, and we all kind of grow from each other by that.
And me, I just put it out there. If I'm not good at something, I let them know. I can't do it. I just put it out there. I let them know.
But you have your other techniques you're good at that other people aren't so much. So, we all have our strengths and we all have our stuff to work
We all
on.
got strengths. Yeah, we all have our strengths.
A lot of people probably wish they could write the way you do, and be able to set up a scene the way you do because of your writing background. I would be jealous to have something like that. So,
Nah, you just take the pen and just.
I'll have that stick man down. Yeah.
You make it sound so easy.
I was
to draw a stick man. I struggle with that one.
Oh, that's why I was saying for today. I remember you saying that. Well, like you're saying, you're lucky. You got a great wife that can draw, so you know it all works out in the end. You got your skills, she's got hers. So.
Yeah, no, drawing and me, we do not get along. We do not get along.
Well, like I say, you more than make up for it in the penmanship of writing. So.
We had a question that kind of leads to part of how we got to know you at the very beginning as well. And it's really interesting because Wiseman Creek Studios said that they got to know you more with fake missile call videos. And we got to know you through that, through volcanic eruptions, through earthquakes, and a whole bunch of different natural disasters. That was just so amazing.
That's a good thing.
So amazing to see you going through in complete peace and you know, calmness of mind, being 6 miles away from volcano that was erupting. That's just as of late. That's just the latest one. But how do you deal with all that? How do you maintain that great sense of humor and calmness while you live besides all of that happening?
Well, the volcano I'm used to too. The missile was the first.
Tell us about it.
I wasn't used to the missile, but I was used to the volcano erupting.
Tell us about the missile call.
Sorry.
For those of you that didn't know.
Oh yeah, it was a false alert actually. It was we we got the alert on our phones that said close all of your windows and lock your doors and move your animals to safety, and because there's a missile launch coming towards the islands of Hawaii. So you know we followed as instructed, you know, and we didn't hear any alarms going off, you know, like the missile alarm that they do at the beginning of every month. We didn't hear anything.
Right.
So we were like, that's strange. What the heck is going on? And then we seen on TV it was a false alarm that somebody mistakenly hit the button, and there was nothing in the skies from what we heard. So we were like, okay. And people were putting little pictures of Groot pressing the button. Somebody didn't know who pressed the button. So yeah, that's how we were dealing with it. And then of course I had to vlog about that and say, okay, it's a false alert. But I was also really pissed off because, man, it woke me out of my sleep.
What?
I was grouchy. I was not happy.
What was going through your head, like when you thought at the time when you thought it was real? What were you thinking about?
My animals and my family. I was thinking about getting in contact with family members across the island, saying, you know, we got a missile coming in. We don't know from where, but it's coming. And then trying to move my animals to safety and get the family hunkered down before anything happens. Which thank God it didn't, but still, I was still upset.
Did it seem real at the time? Like, did it really? Like, I wonder what goes through the mind of people when you think that it is happening.
Yeah.
You know, because it's not something that happens every day.
Yeah, no. The first thing went through my mind was my family and my animals.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely trying to get them to safety, and then the second thing that went through my mind is, where is it gonna hit?
Yeah.
You know, which part of the island is it gonna hit? Or which island is it directed towards, or how far off coast is it gonna hit?
Mm-hmm.
You know, those were all the other things that went through my mind. And then a third thing went through my mind was, what are we gonna do if we survive this?
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good question too. Yeah.
What are we gonna do if we survive this? What happens then? You know.
Definitely. I mean, because it's one thing.
Those were the things that went through my mind.
I mean, it's one thing to get hit with the blast, but another thing is the fallout if it ever was to hit with you guys. I mean, which is a lot more of a. We'll not get into it all tonight. I don't want to get the channel all. you know how it goes. But
no worries, no worries.
But it is. I mean, a million things. Because I just listened to somebody else talking about that the other day. Funny, we were on this subject, and I was curious to see. Well, I'm glad Xenia asked him what was going through your head. Because I mean, it must be a million things a second.
Oh yeah, definitely. But it was more of how we're going to survive if anything did happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Considering the geography and proximity to some countries, when you were growing up, have you had any like training at school or some kind of instructions of how and what to do in case of emergency like that?
For missiles?
Yeah.
No, we didn't have any coverage or training whatsoever on missiles. It was just earthquakes and stuff.
Because why I'm asking, because we are growing up in Latvia, we had these type of instructions up until 2000, which was even after Soviet time. There was a different type of instruction, including missile hit and also radiation, you know, and all of that. And they were explaining us how to tape the windows and what to put and what liquid to put the material you would stuff in the windows. And oh my God, there was a whole bunch of things we had to learn and pass the tests. Although at the end, really, I don't think it would really matter whatever you would be doing there. So that's why I wondered if because of the geography.
Now that is scary.
Yeah, I think they were a bit too much there, over exaggerating. But yeah, that's why I wonder if in other places in the world where it, it can be possible, it is going on something like that as well. Talking about
we didn't have the missile training. It was only for earthquakes and all these other like fires and floods and stuff, but nothing missile.
I want to ask you about the earthquake experiences. Any ones that really stand out in your head?
They're pretty fun if the house is still standing, but you know. They were fun for me because my house was still standing, my family and animals were okay, but other than that, I mean, they weren't too bad. We're pretty used to them down here.
Yeah.
So it's not much of a big. I mean, it doesn't. I don't know if Canada, when they get earthquakes, if they violently shake.
Not in this
down here is more like a slow move.
Right.
Yeah.
Here we don't get very much.
Pretty mellow.
Yeah, us it's like more tremors than anything. But like I mean, towards Vancouver and that, they get to feel more of that fault line that comes up from LA, of course, you know, through California and that runs right up.
Oh,
into
that's
there.
right. Yeah.
So they're more on that side. So, but you guys, I mean, you're like.
I was just pretty mellow. We just pretty much rock back and forth, and then it's done.
How long can they last for? Sometimes.
I'm gonna say maybe about 7 seconds, maybe.
Oh, that's very quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very quick. On my side, anyway, it's very quick.
But that's a long 7 seconds, though, when you're wondering probably while it's happening.
I don't know, because with me, it's weird because I'm like, wow, the house is shaking. Wait a minute, is the house shaking? Oh, yeah, the house is shaking. And then it's done, and it's like, oh, shit, well, okay. So, yeah, sometimes I don't even notice until after. That's how mellow it is.
Really?
So, yeah.
That's funny. Only you could look at an earthquake that way. I kid you not. Have a great night, Sparky. Thank you so much for coming, my friend.
Take care, Sparky.
That's what's nice. Like you guys are all getting, over time it's nice to see people that have met each other. And like I say, that's probably the proudest moment for us is when we go into a live stream 2 weeks down the road. And I'll see somebody that met in our chat and I know they're there and, they built it. Like, it's not just subscribing to them, but they're actually hanging around in their live streams, or I'll see them, they've commented on their video and they're kind of getting to know each other more. I love seeing that. I really do.
Yeah, that is awesome. I love that. I love the support that you get from that too.
Oh, well,
Monkey Studio wants to know how to grow his channel. I figure you better ask Pusa Studios. They know a heck of a lot more than I do.
Come tomorrow.
Just follow them. Follow Pusa Studios. That's how you grow it. That's how I grew mine. I'm being honest here. That's how I grew mine. I follow them.
Oh, God.
Oh my God, you're amazing. Yeah,
Now you got me blushing.
Monkey, come tomorrow for Tuesday Tech Talk.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it
Oh,
more.
there you go. There you go.
Oh my God. Paddington was asking, they're curious if the animals freak out or react in any way before the earthquake hit. Do they sense the earthquake before it actually happens?
They do. They start, you guys be quiet. They start barking, kind of like that. They start barking, and then they start running around the house back and forth, going crazy, and then usually that's when it starts.
Wow.
Oh.
Then listen to your wife.
My wife. They just heard you.
I don't even want to move right now. I'm being good.
We're good here.
You scared Andrew and Xenia.
Have a good night, bouncer.
Well, the
You
main
scared everybody in the chat. They're leaving.
oh no, the main thing, dogs listen to her.
Even the people in the chat listen to you. They're leaving now.
Yeah, maybe there's an earthquake on the way. Exactly.
Oh my God.
No, and then I remember when
I'd rather the earthquake than that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Don't move a muscle, folks. Paulie's about to get a whack in the back of the head, folks. You do not want to miss this right now.
Oh my God. And then I remember when the volcano erupted, and we were trying to get the updates from you, and all worried in the streams if you're okay, if you're right, you know.
Yeah, I was trying to tell everybody I'm fine, I'm okay. We're all right. It's miles away from us.
Yeah, 6 miles away only.
It.
And the radio says how it goes into the city and goes into the the streets and and then you go.
That was right up the road from us over here, but we're like, it's far away. We're okay.
Yeah. And this would Paulie would usually say, it's just up the street. Oh, it's not nothing, no big deal. It's unbelievable the calmness you have. It's crazy. It's I don't know. It's something to learn from you for sure.
I don't know. I mean, living down here, you deal with the volcano and the earthquakes a lot. It just becomes normal, I guess to say. Yeah, it just becomes a part of your life down here, and it just becomes normal.
Well, I guess that's like everybody else for everything. I mean, that's like today, and it's not as bad, but like even when we're in a bad snowstorm, people like it. It's whatever you grew up with.
Now that I freaked out.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying
we don't have that here, so I'm like, holy smokes! Because they're like, I saw a lot of snow, but we don't have that here, so I'm tripping out on your vlog.
It's just because it's so cold and doing it right now. But I mean, we've had snowstorms that easily double and triple what you've seen today that can come down. We've gotten 2 feet or 20 inches in the span of less than 12 hours. Like, you can wake up the next morning and it's right at your knee level on the road. But it's whatever you've grown up with and what you're used to, driving in whiteouts, or people that are grown up by tornadoes. You respect them. You know when they're going to go too far and when to be careful.
The tornadoes and stuff, I'm like, oh my God, you got to turn it. And they're like, it's normal.
Yeah, we're starting to get close to getting them here as the earth is warming. They've been coming through now, starting in Ottawa, and we've gotten funnel clouds here and stuff that we've never had before in our lives. Yeah,
it's coming closer and closer. In fact, last summer I destroyed a couple of houses and I killed, I think, 1 or 2 people even, which never have happened before. Yeah. So it's changing for sure.
It's not coming towards you guys, though, right?
Well, hopefully nothing too big.
Yeah.
We are kind
That's
of
worse
safe.
than a volcano.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Choco Orange says, "How can a volcano be normal?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Normal to me.
What is the weather like now? How warm is it? What is the weather like now?
It's still sunny.
Is it
Still
hot?
got the big light bulb in this. It's still hot. Still hot. Still got the big light bulb up there.
How cold? How cold does it get? Like, what is a lower side of the temperature?
We usually get it in the 60s.
Oh
if
my
we're lucky,
God.
it'll go 50s if we're lucky, but usually 60s.
See,
it gets really cold over here.
That's like when I used to go to LA in the middle of the winter time. We'd always go mid-January for that trade show, and I get down there and,
Oh my God.
you know, oh my God, it's kind of chilly. Oh my God, it's 62 this morning. I'm like t-shirt smoking away outside. Bring it on.
Yeah, he still had a t-shirt and smoking
Oh,
outside in
God.
Iceland. Went to the Iceland to the trade show. It was minus 38 in Montreal. He in Iceland had minus 2 at the time, same time. Okay, standing outside, calling me on the phone. Shirt open, you know, smoking outside, minus 2, and I'm here freezing, minus 38. So for him, it doesn't matter,
Oh
minus or
my
pluses.
God.
It's still all good. But it seems to me that Montreal gets like the hottest and the coldest weather. We get minus 34, which is like minus 26, 27 in the
Yeah,
cold
that is
now.
cold.
And then we get really, really hot in the summers, which is like plus 40. I don't even know how much is it in Fahrenheit. 104.
Yeah,
we
that's
get
hotter than here.
yeah, that gets in the summer and very,
Way
very
hotter.
humid. So we get kind of all the extremes.
My
which is weird.
God. Oh man.
I always say, and we get like Miami summers, and we really do. They're very hot and very humid here because Montreal's a very humid city. But then in the winter, it's a very humid cold.
Very cold. Yeah.
So I know you're not. I'm trying to convert them in my head, but like minus 40 is basically minus 40 in Fahrenheit or Celsius. That's where it equals out. Minus 30 here would be equal to minus 50 in Saskatchewan, where we lived in the Midwest, because there it's a very dry cold. You don't get that humidity with it. Here, the humidity just goes right through you, especially even when it's cold or hot. It gets right into your clothing. You can get it more in your bones. It's really bad for arthritis and stuff like that. And
Oh, good Lord.
that's why a lot of, like, they call them snowbirds, people from Canada who go down south for the winter. A lot of them go to places like Arizona and that where it's a dry, hot weather. Because
I see.
if they have asthma or if they have arthritis or things like that, they'll tend to go that area to try and get relief from it. So.
Well, when we move from here, you guys got to come visit me in the other house.
God, we'd love to. Right about now, new house or not, I'll sleep with the chickens, I think, tonight. And so, just to get a break from the cold. Well, the cold slows everything down. That's one thing if you live in cold. Just going to start the car in the morning is going to be like a half-hour ordeal. I got remote starter now on this one, thank God, so I can at least start it there. But then you got to go down, clean it all off. You got to shovel because we park on the side of the street in case.
Oh, that's right. The snow.
Well, they plowed this morning. We had to shovel it out yesterday in front. We were lucky where we parked. It wasn't hard. But then the plow passed, and then when I went out this morning, the snow was 3/4 of the way up the door. So you got to shovel all that out enough to be able to pull out without scratching at all the pieces. And then, clean off the car and that. So every time you got to go somewhere, you got to plan so long ahead just to leave yourself enough time to get the car out. And then once you go anywhere, like downtown, I was showing you guys, there was no parking spots clean because they're only starting to clean tonight. So what you're doing is parking on the side of snowbanks.
Oh, my God.
The plow just passes one time in the middle, and that's it. They don't do, like, the corners. Now, tonight there'll be signs, yellow signs, also the snow. They can't park there after 6. And what they'll do is they'll have a loader comes through. So there's 2 snow plows, the small ones that do sidewalks. They'll go side by side and break it up at first, and then there's a big loader with a plow onto it. And it will come behind and push that out to the middle. And then there'll be the plow itself, the big blower, will come up with about 20 dump trucks behind it, and they just keep loading and taking off and loading and taking off. So it's a constant conveyor belt of big trucks.
Dang!
Yeah.
Oh, you guys get it bad up there.
Oh yeah, that's why the city. That's why the city's underground. Like all those metro stations are. It's like 65 on the island here. All those buildings that I showed today downtown, they're all connected underneath by the metro system. So once you get on it, you don't have to come out anymore. You can go from building to building without ever having to come up. So that's made that reason because of large snowstorms. It won't shut the city down.
We should have that in Hawaii. No, I think we drove too far down. We reached the ocean.
Well, that's the and with you guys was prone to earthquakes and stuff like that, they're probably more cautious about going underground. So. but yeah, that's
I drove too far down. We reached the ocean in no time.
You like the ocean? Do you feel like, is that your comfort place, like on the island when you get close to water? Do you feel a connection to it, or is it?
Yeah, the ocean. I have always loved the ocean. The ocean has always been serenity, relaxation for me. So
even the Rocky Shore, it doesn't matter. It's just being by that water, like
As long as I'm in the water,
Yeah.
and it's all good. But the rocky parts, I mean, it's kind of a hassle because you got to go climb and go here and go there just to get to the water. So
And you
it's
got to
irritating. But
and you got to know where to go. I mean, you know, it's
yeah,
I mean, there's some very dangerous waters too.
definitely.
Some heavy riptides, some shores, you know.
We've had a few people that came from, I don't know if it's mainland America, that have come down to where I'm at, and they got pulled out to the ocean.
Well, yeah.
And usually when they find them, it's kind of too late. So it's like, be careful if you guys are coming down.
Yes, and that happens a lot. You know, I'm sure in any areas like that. You know, people on vacation, they're not paying attention. You know, if you don't see locals there, it's the best idea not to go there yourself.
Yeah.
Panic D was asking, what are the water temperatures usually?
Oh, wow. I have no idea what the water temperatures are. I haven't been on the water for a while, so.
Is it comfortable to swim, or is it colder because of the ocean?
I think it might be a bit cold. There's a little bit of I guess like an ice chill to it when I used to go and swim. There's always an ice chill to it. I don't know about now though. I haven't been to the beach in ages, so.
What about
maybe
fishing?
a little bit different.
What about fishing? Do you do it? Did you ever do any fishing?
I did some fishing and deep sea diving when I was a teenager with grandpa's family and stuff. So.
Oh, it was with your grandpa's family.
Yeah.
Wow.
Deep sea diving, fishing, and hunting.
Wow.
Now, was it any of those things involve more the traditional ways, or was it more like the traditions of the island, like within your fishing and hunting, like, or was it more just like fishing, regular fishing, rod only, and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, it was just like regular fishing, regular diving, and going down and catching the deep sea diving. You know, the big crabs that's about this big, right across your chest. So yeah.
Wow.
That's the kind we used to do. No longer do it anymore, but yeah.
It must have been amazing, though.
It depends on who you with.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, that's what makes a difference. Depends on who you're with.
Oh. But to get one of those big crabs like that must be incredible.
Yeah. Me and Grandpa got one about this big from this end to this end. See, you can't even see it in the screen, but it was, yeah. It's bigger than my chest area.
What a monster.
Wow. That's crazy.
Oh, I would love to do that. That's gonna be, must be something when you see them down below and stuff like that, you know. And
the bottom is beautiful. It is beautiful, the ocean.
You never thought about getting back into doing it again?
It ticked the mind a little bit, but I don't have anybody to go and do it with because it's usually not safe to go by yourself.
No,
it's
definitely
better to go with a whole bunch of people, but
right.
Yeah, I thought about it a few times, but I never really got back into it.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Yeah, don't go by yourself though. Whatever you do, always make sure you got other people with you.
Anything like that for sure. You do not want that's if there's ever been a buddy pastime, that's the one. I mean.
Yeah. There you go.
And you said you did some hunting as well?
I did some hunting as well too.
And what were you hunting for?
We usually go for pigs on this side of the island.
Yeah, it's really big over there, right?
Pig hunting. Yeah, it's not too bad. There's a lot of land with a lot of forestry, so that's where the pigs are usually lurking around, and that's where we usually would go hunting to. We don't kill for sport, so we kill for food, and so we can get some meat in the fridge and stuff. So.
Right. No, that's I grew up hunting as well, moose and stuff like that, moose and deer and everything and that. So I haven't done it, and I would like to go again, but I just haven't had a chance in years. But
yeah, well, down here we ran into people who said they were killing for sport, and we're like, okay, well, you killed a pig, we'll take it then. We'll take it then.
Exactly.
That's a very good answer. Exactly.
Yep, not let it go to waste. So I admire that.
So we were like, okay, go ahead. We'll be right behind you. We'll come back and take it from you.
Yeah.
What else is there to hunt?
Made our hunting trips easier.
What else is there to hunt for besides pig on the island?
People hunt goats. There's goats on the island that people usually go and hunt and stuff too.
Okay.
Like wild goats?
Wild goats, yeah.
Wow.
Cool. Is there deer as well?
Nope, no deer.
That's what I thought.
Not so far as I know, no deer. But we have goats. We have mouflon. There's a mouflon here on the islands.
Mouflon.
What's mouflon?
It's kind of like those really huge goats, I guess.
Oh, like a round kind of thing. Like, oh, okay.
Do we have this in Banff?
Yes.
That's the same one?
What was that?
In Banff in Alberta, like in the Rockies. They're type like kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
The wife said Kauai has the white-tailed deer or something like that.
Oh, that's what. Okay.
Kauai.
Mm.
Yeah.
That is cool. A lot of them were introduced by Europeans, I think. As they came in, they brought over some of them.
Yeah, I think so. Well, in Hawaiian, the goat is called cow.
Really?
Oh.
You know why Hawaiian? Because they thought when the people were bringing them off the boat, it was the goats, and they thought it was the cow.
Oh, for the love of God.
So the goat in Hawaiian is cow.
Well, that's interesting. I never knew that.
Yeah. In Hawaiian, the goat is cow.
Oh,
C-A-O, I believe.
Really? Well, that's interesting. That's an interesting fact.
Wow. The chickens that you have in such big amounts, do you have them because you guys sell eggs, or like you produce like for commercial purposes as well?
Some of the big ones we have, the roosters get to them, so it's like we can't eat the eggs.
Oh,
But we
okay.
have others where, the roosters will not get to them, so those we could basically eat.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you're
And they do produce a lot of eggs, so.
Yeah. Wow. Well, 70 some chickens.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
no trouble to have an omelet at your house.
Over 70 now. Over 70.
Have you had them for a long time, or?
Some has, yeah, I think so. I think we had them from 2004.
Wow.
It's still going, just reproducing, still going, reproducing.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Like I said, no shortage for an omelet at your house, I'm sure. So.
or food.
Yes. I'm right up for that. I'm all over that. So. and there's nothing better than free range chicken, like the meat itself. Like there's no comparison. I'll be the first to back you up on that one. So.
That's the only time I'll kill them, if I'm gonna eat them.
Yep. Well, yeah, exactly. Hey.
If I'm gonna eat them, then I'll do it.
Yeah. It's always nice to know where your food comes from whenever you have the chance to do it.
Do you cook?
Yeah.
Do you cook yourself?
Somewhat.
Because I was gonna ask about what would be like.
I'm not gonna lie, but I had to look, make sure she's gonna hear me.
Because
I asked if I cook myself. Answer is no. I don't cook for myself.
Well,
she does the cooking.
What would you consider like a traditional Hawaii meal?
We have the kalua pork, which is the pig that is just shredded like shredded pork.
Mm-hmm.
That would be kalua pork to us with the salt.
Nice.
And you usually cook it in the ground. It's called imo, which is like a big oven in the ground, and you cook it with all the tea leaves and the different stuffs all on it to give it the flavor, basically.
Wow.
With some salt.
Is it the whole pig that gets in the ground? What is
it?
Yeah,
the whole thing. The whole thing.
Wow.
That's how you cook it in the ground. It's a very big oven, and you just put it in there with the hot rocks. And they cover it with the tea leaves.
Now, is that like common in a traditional house to have that oven, or is there like an oven like that everybody kind of uses in an area? Or what?
It's kind of like tradition for certain Hawaiian families.
Mm. So if you want to do it, you don't have one at your house, those ovens, but is there like one that you can use, like if you wanted to do it?
Yeah, I could use it if I wanted to make one like that. But hell, I could make one outside in the backyard if I wanted to. I don't have one, but I could make one.
Oh my God.
And Laulau, there you go. Laulau is the other one. Somebody said that. Who said that? Oh, there, Creator Spotlight. Shoutout, yeah, that's the other one. They put pork, beef, or fish, and they wrap it in the taro leaf, and then they wrap it in the tea leaf, and then they heat it up from there.
Creator Spotlight show, their grandfather actually grew up on the islands and had a, if I'm right now remembering, macadamia nut farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to live in a macadamia nut farm.
Oh,
Really?
there you go. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, she's right. Or he's right.
That is awesome. Yeah,
That
you were
is-
right, he says.
Yes, there you go. Yeah. Thinking, yeah, he was saying that at the beginning of the stream. Oh, that's amazing. And what about sweets? Is there something, or you're not a sweet tooth?
Oh no, I'm a sweet tooth. Just I don't think I'm sweet tooth of the Hawaiian stuff. we do have we do have the MacNut factory, and we do have the Big Island Candies factory.
Ooh.
And that's pretty much like chocolates and all these other different things that they make and they do.
But would there be something if you were to if you were to name like a traditional Hawaiian sweet or like dessert or something that would be really famous?
Haupia.
Oh, and what's that?
Haupia, coconut. It's a coconut dessert.
Oh,
Hawaiian coconut dessert. It's haupia.
and what is
little like white coconut squares that you can bake and make, and you put it in the ice box to keep it cold, and then you can cut it into little squares.
Yummy.
Yeah, they got it in. I think they got it in chocolate. They got it in all these other different flavors too, as well.
Oh my God, I'm such a sweet tooth. It's right away.
And
It's
for
like I want to
coconut.
try it. Yeah, especially coconut. Love it.
Well, what about spam? Oh, there you go. Two people in there said spam.
Spam sushi, brother.
Spam is a big thing in Hawaii.
It is.
Definitely a big thing in Hawaii.
That's where I grew up too. Well, there was two versions of there's spam and there was cam, and the one there they used to. But I remember the spam, and my father and all them still they crave it now and then. They got to go buy some and have it like their fix. Yeah, from growing
I
up.
forgot where it came from though. I think it was brought across during World War II.
Yes, that's exactly what it was made for. Was for
Brought
army.
across, yeah.
Yeah, army ration food. That's
And
right.
then it just became a delight in Hawaii, I guess.
It's funny how certain things like that can just take off.
Yeah.
So, Paulie, I got to ask you, what do you see for the future for yourself? Let's look at that magic ball and let's see what you hope to see.
Wow, I don't know. I mean, what do I see for myself? Nothing. No, I have no idea.
What's your hopes?
Well, hopefully the books go, within proper timing. Hopefully the books go big, and hopefully I get to meet you guys in person. That's one of those in my future things right there.
Love to.
Hopefully, and meeting the other YouTubers as well.
That is so awesome.
That's pretty much my future. I'm really hoping to meet you and Xenia.
Well,
face-to-face.
I would absolutely love to meet up with you. I would, in a heartbeat, if something works out, there's a way to do it, man. Let me tell you, it's going to happen.
Oh,
so
definitely, yeah.
have no fear. You have us pulling for that.
As soon as we get the other house, I want to invite you guys down. I want to meet you guys.
Oh, we don't care about that. Like I said, we'll sleep with the chickens. Don't worry about us. We're not hard to get along with. I just, I hope the books, I hope it's nothing but higher and higher success with the books. I love seeing your passion into it. I think you are one of the most kind-hearted people, and I cannot thank you enough for the shout-out because it helped us, but the main reason is we finally got to do this interview tonight and get to know you better, and you are one of the most amazing people I've had the pleasure of meeting on YouTube, hands down. I cannot stress that enough.
You guys are too kind. Don't discredit yourselves now, you two.
No. I believe you give the true spirit of what I always want. I hope YouTube will be more of, and you are in every shape and fashion. I've seen you do it for so many people, and I just love the spirit of what you do and how you spread it to everybody. It's truly commendable.
You guys have done it for a lot of people too. I mean, a lot of people. A lot of people you guys have helped too. So.
Well,
including me.
We're not talking about us tonight. We're talking about you. We're not
okay, I'll face it back for you anyway.
You're like me. I know we do that to
I
each
don't
other.
want you guys to ever forget. Don't discredit yourselves.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it, and you really do. Yeah, and I just want nothing but the greatest success for you in YouTube as well. I think you have a lot to offer everybody in here, not just with supporting them, but your own stuff as well. And I do hope you'll find a way to kind of incorporate your writing and that into your YouTube videos. I think that would be absolutely awesome.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Everybody came up with good ideas, and including you guys. You guys came up with some real good ideas that I never even thought about until like right now when you guys said it.
Well, you get a lot of people from the outside looking in. It's great. That's a great way to have a quick think tank. So you got a lot of talent to offer the world, my friend. And as a side note, I think your grandfather would be the proudest man in the world, and is the proudest man in the world for the man you've become. So I truly believe that.
Oh man, I hope so.
I know so.
I really hope so.
You're what he was hoping for, my friend. I can tell you that as a father, and that goes down into grandfathers. We all know it's just something you know. I guess it's that rite of passage when you get into that part, and I know he'd be very, 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 very proud of you. So.
You guys are too kind.
Well, nothing to be kind about, just speaking the truth, my friend. So I want to thank you once again for doing the shout out. I want to thank you for coming on with us tonight.
No problem. No, it's no problem. No thanks necessary.
Well, get used to it. There's going to be you're getting them whether you like them or not.
Oh my God. Mike Dancy. Oh my God. He wrote thanks in the chat.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Welcome to our chat.
Yes.
Thank Pusa Studios. They're the ones that has been helping me out a lot, whether they know it or not.
Well, we're just all in it together.
I just hope you guys know that.
We do, and right back at you.
Thank you so much for everything that you're doing for everybody, and I just hope that people in the chat, as I wrote in the description, can walk away from this conversation with a little bit of that kindness from you, because you have so much you share with everybody, and I hope it's so contagious that they get some of it in their hearts as well. You're unbelievable. You are amazing. We love you so much.
You guys are too kind. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys know that.
We do.
We do.
We do. And believe me, I can look over and Xenia's all lit up and that I know who has just said something. But like when
how many times you got me crying on the video? Oh my goodness. That's
that is true.
Yes. You truly are amazing human being. I'm not even saying YouTuber because it's way beyond that. Yes. Thank you so much for being you.
No, thank you so much for having me and being a part of my family.
Wow. Wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, with you and the ones we're naming out tonight, we wouldn't have what we have right now if it wasn't for you guys. You guys believed in us when there was. Well, it was just you guys in the chat, you, ATJ's Travels, Philip, a couple other ones. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting. I'm already down the rabbit hole. It was you guys that got us off the ground. So, we can never thank you enough for that. That was where we got started.
I know. I look at it now.
You're getting there.
I'm really happy, though. I'm really proud of you guys. I'm really happy for you guys. The more people I can bring to your channel, I will do so.
And right back at you. Right back at you, my friend. I hope tonight I'm see some people that have been checking you out and stuff like that, and I'm hoping this will just be the beginning of more people to see just amazing and how positive and just a great message you have to share with so many people.
Don't forget to support Pusa Studios.
All right, I'm kicking them off. That's it. That's it. Tonight is Paulie's night. You've seen the name of the title. Tonight is all about Paulie. So you take care, my friend, and keep being you, okay?
Oh, will do. Will do. I love you guys so much. Just wanted to let you guys know.
And we love you too, buddy. You take care and you be well, okay?
Will do.
And keep coming to the chat. Guys. See you later.
Love you.
Love you too. Be swell. Oh my God, he is the most amazing person in the world.
Oh yes, he is, guys. And if you haven't checked him out yet, please do. All the links are available in the description. He's on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Also, his book is available on Amazon. He has 2 YouTube channels. Check him out. He truly is one of the most amazing, if not the most amazing person we have ever met. He's so genuine, and so it's so hard to find in life people like that. And as I said, I'm talking even beyond YouTube. It's very hard. It's few people to spare to have such golden hearts and sharing it with everybody. Tonight you heard his story.
Yeah.
And I hope a little bit of that kindness goes your way and stays there, so you can share it with others as well.
And it was nice to see people that's known Paulie a long time, and some people that's just met him recently and stuff like that, and all sharing the same sentiment. You know, that we love Paulie. It's that one unanimous thing that they've fed off that energy and stuff like that, and we need more people like Paulie. We really do. He is just one of the most kindest, funniest, supportive people out there. So if you had a chance, guys, to check out Paulie, he's in the chat right there trying to squeeze in more of the thing. I love Paulie right to the end. He's so awesome. What are you guys doing for 6K? I have no idea. I'm not sure, Jack Scrap. To be honest, it just hit 55, and we're gonna get back on track and do some things. And one part is it I want to get done that I said was to start. We're gonna get that draw thing worked out this week to figure out how to draw, which is the best way to do it, so we can start featuring things that people are doing on YouTube that's really positive. That's got to get going. That was kind of one of my wants for the new year for our channel. Please say nothing to do with worms. Please say nothing to do with worms.
Oh, we're talking about food still.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not sure. Lockdown Mark, hello, welcome here.
Hey.
Yes. Well, guys, if you just joined us, you caught us at the end of our stream. We usually start at 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. with Tuesday Tech Talk, as we always are. A 3-hour think tank of everything about YouTube, photo, and video.
Martin 1107, I'm so glad. Be safe at work. Back to the grindstone. And thank you so much for listening in on your break. That's really awesome.
Hi, Kandeep, just joining us as well.
Hey, how are you? And Custom Cards also too says, remember, guys, stay supported. That's right. And I want to thank you guys for doing, for enjoying these interviews and stuff like that, and all the positive feedback about them, and enjoying. Paulie won we had a competition just before Christmas to get to 5K. Everybody that did a shout out video for us, we added into a wheel and spun. Yes, and once again, Pusa started using their wheel, and a special kind of wheel. And of course, Paulie Vlogs won, and yeah, it was an honor to get to talk to him. I mean, we've known him since the beginning. So we got Sticky Buds 420. Oh, sorry. Sticky Buds, 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 Sticky Buds. There we go. That's better.
Peg to the wheel. Well, as we said, karma definitely gave back to you, and so much deserved, guys. Check out Paulie Vlogs if you haven't yet. It's good for your heart and soul.
Hastings BNSF and Scale Modeler. Pusa, you have once again brought us a great interview. The variety of the channels keep me coming back. Looking forward to tomorrow's Tech Talk. Anthony, thank you so very much for that. That was really kind. I love that. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Skills, buddy. Great to have you in here. Witch on Wheels, I was great you could make it back. You're another. I was thinking that to the chat. I hope Witch on Wheels, I hope you and Paulie Vlogs are connected. Because there's two very, very, very positive people that should know each other on YouTube.
Oh, yes, definitely. Yeah. Matchmaking channels again.
Yeah, exactly. So if you guys haven't met yet, I hope you guys do. Oh, he said hi to Witch and Wheel, so maybe they do know each other already. I was trying to fix mic problems. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sticky Buds. Not that you were late. You're always welcome anytime you can make it, but I hope everything is okay with your mic now. Wiseman Creek Studios, so glad you could drop in. I always love having you. A real great bunch of channels. All you guys. Uzulu Garage, what's going on? Nice to see you, my friend. Oh, we just ended. We had our good friend Paulie Vlogs. Uzulu Garage is another channel we talk about right from the beginning, pretty much. That was in the chats with us and that. one of our earlier on guests as well. Lots of them tonight. That was nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Mhm.
it's good to have a little
Mhm.
homecoming, so to say. Yes.
Oh, I know what he wants here. I'll do what they go. Puša. Puša, real good. That's what he was waiting for, so might as well give it to
Oh
him.
my God, what was that?
Hey, Sticky Buds asked for something, you don't say no. When the Sticky Buds is knocking, you answer. Puša, real good. I never thought of that one before.
Oh, dynamic mic, yeah.
Excuse me. Look at all. You happy, Sticky Buds? I hope that made your day. So Ralph enjoyed it too, so that's good. We're here. We aim to please, guys. We aim to please. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We're going to pick a live stream for you guys. Have you picked one already, huh?
Yep.
Oh, she's ahead of the game. If you guys can please hit the like button, it really, really helps us out. And if you can come back after and just leave a small comment, that would be awesome. Helps us out a lot to get seen by other people. And it also helps the guest on the nights that we have a guest. Gets them more exposure, more coverage. So that's a big plus. And if you've done all that stuff, guys, and also if you're new here, if you can hit the subscribe button, we'd love to show you all the other things we do. And if all those bases are covered, Xenia's posting a link right now, guys. Hope you can join us. Let's go over and raid somebody. We do this every night. Pass the love on to somebody else instead of a quick raid. Hang out for a little bit. Get to know them. You'll get to meet some new people in the chat. Maybe it's a new stream that you haven't seen yet. You'll get to meet some new people. And if it's somebody you know already, hey, it gives them a little boost, and that they're happy to see you guys in there. So it's voluntary, but it's a great way to support your fellow creators. Just caught the end, but great interview. Thank you so much, Jackie Oda. Yes, Paulie was awesome. He can't be anything but awesome. Thank you so much, Icebergen. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Just Living. Really do appreciate it, guys. David Build Vlogs, how you doing? Great to see you. We're just on our way out right now. We're putting up the link. If anybody hasn't hit the like button, though, please do. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And if you can come back and leave a comment, that'd be awesome. Yes, Philip, Paulie did an excellent job. Oh, thank you, Dave. I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it very much.
Okay, awesome.
Yep.
iPad. We don't have Mac, but it's definitely something we can throw back into the chat, and I'm sure there'll be somebody who can answer the question.
Definitely. So there you go, guys. There's the link. Retired and Prepping is she is one of the sweetest ladies on YouTube, guys. So, and she's had a little bit of trouble with trolls. So if you guys can go over and show some love, I think that would really make her feel good, because she is one of the sweetest people on YouTube. She's kind, and we had such a great time there the other day. Oh my God.
So from kind and loving Paulie Vlogs to amazing Retired and Prepping, guys. And in the same motif of today.
That's right.
Spread kindness. Go check it out and give some love.
I like that. That's a good way to put it. Salvatore, thank you so much for coming. Brand Eyes Gaming, Just Living, David Bill Vlogs, Gil Skills. Let's see, Uzulu Garage. We got Sticky Buds 420, Lady B ASMR, Wiseman Creek Studios, Panic D Paranormal History, each and every one of you, Witch on Wheels, Chalky Orange. Thank you guys so much for everything. You guys are absolutely awesome.
Hope you can join us tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern for Tech Talk Tuesday.
It's Just Jack as well. Yep, we'll see you guys tomorrow night, guys, 7 p.m. Eastern. It is Tech Talk Tuesday, so get your questions ready in that. Let's figure out everything together. Much love to y'all. Have a good one, guys.
Air 5.